subscribe, like the video, and, if possible, join Patreon. But if you don't have much money, you can support the channel by watching the novels on euroaudiobooks.com. Remember that you can participate in the polls so that your favorite novel gets published for free.
Naruto, and looked at Shimura Dans threateningly. Did you hear the order clearly? I will send Umbu later to supervise and execute the root dismantling work. Naruto. Tsunade looked at Naruto again. I temporarily appoint you as Minister Umbu, responsible for supervising the root abolition. Whoever dares to disobey will be shot to death. As you command. Naruto straightened his back and looked at Danzo. Danzo-sama, no, you are no longer the leader of the root. It is not appropriate to call you sir now. Old man Danzo, please. Danzo ignored Naruto and just looked at Tsunade indifferently, his tone still calm and gentle. Tsunade, you will destroy the village. After that, he turned around and left on crutches. Well, the old man from third generation sighed quietly, hunched his back, and silently left the Hokage office. The back view reveals endless loneliness and desolation. One emperor and one courtier. At this moment, third generation deeply understood that the era that belonged to him, Tsurutobi Hiruzen, had completely passed. Udatain Koharu and Midokado Hamura looked at each other, then looked at Tsunade and Naruto, and then left. Kid, look at the good things you've caused. Tsunade glared at Naruto fiercely and sat down on the chair. You are happy to cut off the roots, but leaving such a mess, how do you want me to clean it up? I believe that with my sister's ability, she can handle these things with ease. Naruto smiled. Stop flattering me. Tsunade knew it was flattery, but he liked it. What I'm most worried about now is that Danzo won't be willing to axe him, because most of them are his diehards. If Danzo does something drastic, it will be the village that gets hurt in the end. Sister, don't worry about this. Naruto smiled confidently. The entire Konoha is within my perception, including the roots underground. Danzo just needs to cooperate honestly. If he dares to act recklessly, he will be asking for death. Stop hitting and killing them at every turn. Tsunade said angrily. Danzo is a meritorious old man in the village after all. Don't kill him if you can. Sister Tsunade, you are still too kind. Naruto shrugged. Once the emperor, once the courtier, now you are the leader of this village. Trash from the old era like Danzo should have been completely eliminated long ago and replaced with your own henchmen. Otherwise, you will have to endure their dictation and restraint in everything you do. It will be annoying to death. One emperor and one courtier. Tsunade squinted his eyes, savoring these words. After a long while, Tsunade slammed the table and stood up suddenly. Naruto, I leave all the root matters to you, and I will send Umbu to assist you later. I have only one request. Tsunade raised a finger. We must take down Jinbu and Danzo without losing any blood, and don't cause turmoil. Don't worry, Sister Tsunade. Everything is under my control. Naruto smiled confidently. Naruto and his party left the Hokage office. Kakashi and others looked at him with complicated expressions in their eyes. Naruto, you just committed a big taboo. Kakashi couldn't help criticizing. Fortunately, Hokage is Tsunade-sama, and she favors you very much. Otherwise, if it were anyone else as Hokage, who would be able to tolerate you? Kakashi-sensei, as ninjas, it is enough for us to obey Hokage-sama's orders. Naruto was non-committal. As for other messy high-level officials, don't worry about it. There was something else he didn't say. If the Hokage isn't Tsunade, it's some other mess like Shimura Dans. If you dare to treat him like this, Naruto still won't bear it. The worst-case scenario is to launch a coup, overthrow Danzo, and become Hokage yourself, or support your own people to become Hokage. Anyway, I have big fists and I have the final say. 2. Kakashi nodded. Hokage is the supreme leader of the village, and there is nothing wrong with being loyal to Hokage. Naruto, you were so tough just now. I'll go. He's so handsome. Naruto, you almost scared me to death just now. You almost gave me a heart attack. Damn, Those are all high-level officials of the village, the elders who have ruled Konoha for decades. For all these years, whoever meets them is not respectful. And who dares to talk to them like this? Brother Naruto, you will be my brother from now on, and I will follow you from now on. Shikamaru and others gathered around Naruto, looking at him with great admiration. They were all excited and excited. Everyone has been unhappy with these old guys for a long time, but they're at the top. Who dares to question them? Naruto dared to point his nose and curse, and finally abolished Danzo's position as the root leader. It's so cool. Naruto, relieve your ki and return your ki, but I still have to remind you. Kakashi still remained calm. Danzo has been in control of the root for decades. No one knows how many tricks he has hidden. You have to be more careful to avoid capsizing in the gutter. Kakashi-sensei, don't worry. It's just Danzo. I haven't taken him seriously yet. Everyone left the Hokage building and dispersed. The Anbu assigned to Naruto by Tsunade is also in place. There are a total of 16 Anbu ninjas, all wearing animal faces and black tights, standard Anbu matching. Naruto-sama, 16 Anbu, suddenly appeared and knelt down on one knee in front of Naruto. Anbu Team 5 is reporting, please give your instructions. Anbu's full name is Assassination Tactics Special Forces and is directly commanded by Hokage, so it only listens to Hokage's orders. Although Naruto is a Chunin, he has no right to command Anbu. But when Tsunade gave an order, Anbu naturally had to obey Naruto. Everyone get up. Naruto waved his hand. Follow me to the root base. Yes. Naruto-sama. Naruto led Anbu's 5th team along the passage to the underground root base. Unexpectedly, Danzo had been waiting for a long time. Behind him stood 17 root ninjas, all of them ready. Naruto walked to Danzo and stood a few meters away, saying, Danzo, looking at your posture, are you planning to resist violently? Danzo narrowed his eyes. His expression did not change at all, and he looked as if the mountain was about to collapse without changing his expression. His tone was calm and unhurried, and he said, you are going against the grain, committing rebellion, and being treasonous. Tsunade is stupid and incompetent, and he indulges you wantonly. If you two are allowed to act recklessly, the village will be completely destroyed. Danzo untied his right arm as he spoke. In order to protect the village, I can only kill you first, then abolish Tsunade, and restore peace to the village. Everything I do is for the village. For the village? Naruto found it funny, but didn't bother to ridicule. Danzo is a man who speaks for the village, but he does care about the interests of Konoha. But what he cares more about is whether he can become a Hokage. Naruto remembered that in the original plot, when Pain invaded, Konoha was destroyed. The root ninja couldn't stand it anymore and suggested that Danzo go out to protect the village and resist the enemies. The reason is that if all the villagers are dead and the village is destroyed, there is no point even if you become a Hokage. Danzo said, with the medical master Tsunade here, it is impossible for the villagers to die, and it doesn't matter if they don't die. As long as I can be a Hokage, this is a necessary sacrifice. Have a look. Is this for the village? It's all about the position of Hokage. In Zhao's Danzo's eyes, becoming a Hokage is the most important thing. For this goal, everything can be sacrificed, including the village. Therefore, this is a very hypocritical person. There is nothing to argue with this kind of person. Just do it. Dang Tsang Danzo untied his right arm, and the copper band fell to the ground, revealing one arm of Sharingan. What? So many Sharingan? So disgusting. How many Uchiha clans will this have to kill? The Anbu members behind Naruto were all stunned. Their scalps were numb and they gasped. Even though he had known it for a long time, Naruto was still disgusted by seeing so many Sharingans with his own eyes. They are all 3 Tomo Sharingan. Each one is still spinning, making people feel extremely evil. This guy is really crazy. Naruto turned his hand, took out a camera from the storage space, and threw it to the Anbu ninja. Today, Naruto not only wanted to kill Danzo, but also nailed him to the pillar of shame forever. Don't you, Danzo, Like to use public opinion to attack political opponents? Then let you also taste the feeling of being ruined. Photograph. Naruto shouted lightly. Yes, yes. The root ninja didn't dare to neglect, and quickly took out the camera he had prepared in advance and started taking pictures. When Danzo saw this, his expression did not change at all. Feel free to take pictures. For the stability of the village, all of you must stay here. Everything I do is for the village, Danzo said, slowly forming seals with his hands, completing the seals in a precise manner, and immediately pounced on Naruto. Do you think you could survive by activating Izanagi in advance? How naive, Naruto sneered in his heart, and his pupils quietly turned into a horizontal line. Sage art boil style, Kyowu technique. Naruto opened his mouth, and a large cloud of acid mist instantly covered a large area and hit Danzo head-on. A dash! The acid mist suddenly enveloped Danzo, corroding Danzo's skin and muscles. Danzo let out a shrill scream, then was corroded into a puddle of acid water and fell to the ground. Chapter 73, A Wall of Sharingan Terumi. Mei's boil style can even melt Sasuke's Susanoo, which shows how terrifying boil style is. Naruto used Sage Mode and Boil Style, which increased its power dozens of times. How could Danzo resist it? Kill Danzo in one move. Isn't that too exaggerated? The ninjas of Umbu's fifth detachment were shocked and looked in disbelief. Naruto is very strong. This is actually not a secret in Umbu. In a Konoha collapse plan, 3 Umbu watched the whole battle between Naruto and Orochimaru, first generation and second generation. Naruto's name has long been spread in Umbu, and the Umbu ninjas are well aware of Naruto's power. But no one knew that Naruto was so strong that he could kill Danzo instantly with just one move. That's Danzo, a disciple of the Second Hokage, the right-hand man of the Third Hokage, and a Kage-level leader who has led the organization for decades. Can such a person be killed in one move? Simply outrageous. Boil style. Danzo's voice sounded. The Umbu ninjas followed the sound and found that Danzo had appeared again, still intact. Not dead. How come you're not dead? Is it a shadow clone? The Umbu ninjas were very surprised. No need to make a fuss. He did die just now. Naruto said calmly. Naruto-sama, why is Danzo alive again? An Umbu asked quickly. See those Sharingans on his arms? Naruto pointed at Danzo's right arm and said, Sharingan has an ultimate eye technique called Eye-Inki. Izanagi can turn all the things that are not good for him that happen within a period of time into dreams. For example, injuries and deaths can be transformed into dreams so that you don't have to die. And things that are beneficial to you are transformed into reality, such as seriously injuring or killing the enemy. When the Umbu heard this, they couldn't help but gasp. Sharingan actually has this kind of pupil technique? Simply unheard of. Isn't it too buggy? How can we fight this? Danzo has so many Sharingan. Wouldn't it mean immune to death? Now, I finally understand why Danzo transplanted so many Sharingans. Each Sharingan is equivalent to a life. If it were me, wouldn't I have to transplant Sharingans all over my body? Pervert, you actually know Izanagi. Danzo's expression finally changed, and he stared straight at Naruto with his narrowed eyes, a cold glint in his eyes. Danzo, I know more about Sharingan than you do. I know more about you than you do. Naruto smiled lightly. You have a total of 10 Sharingans transplanted into your body. By the way, including the Mangekyō Sharingan from Uchiha Shursui in the right eye, there are 11 in total. Every time a Sharingan is used, Izanagi can be activated that lasts for 1 minute. In other words, you have a total of 730 and have 11 minutes of resurrection time to squander. Am I right? Naruto looked at Danzo with a smile. So, don't be afraid, just come here. Maybe you can kill me in these 11 minutes? You really know me very well. Danzo said in a low tone. Uzumaki Naruto, I have underestimated you all this time. I didn't expect you, a brat with no hair on your head, to know so many things. Danzo thought he was hiding very deep, that he was a ninja walking in the darkness, and that he was the root of Konoha. But he didn't expect that Naruto knew him so well that he would even be completely stripped of his pants. Of course, you underestimate me. Naruto smiled lightly. After all, you, Lord Danzo, only have Hokage and political enemies in your eyes. How can an insignificant little person like me get into the eyes of your group? I was careless. Danzo took a deep breath and let it out. Wind-style vacuum wave. Danzo exhaled a sharp wave of air from his mouth, tearing the air and screaming towards Naruto. The vacuum wave cuts gold and jade, which is extremely sharp and can easily cut the enemy into two pieces. Faced with such a blow, Naruto stepped on the ground and said calmly, "Sage Art Earth Style Tsuchi Ryobi." Rumble. The ground shook violently. A wall of earth rose from the ground in front of Naruto and the Umbu, blocking the vacuum wave. Schwan Naruto disappeared instantly. The next second, Naruto was behind Danzo, holding a kunai and swiping across Danzo's neck. Puff blood was spilled, and a good head rose into the sky. Awesome. Another instant kill of Danzo. He is indeed a character who can suppress Orochimaru, first generation and second generation. He is really powerful in combat. That was the Flying Thunder God technique just now, right? A normal teleportation technique cannot be so fast. The Umbu members marveled again. You have indeed mastered the Flying Thunder God technique. Danzo appeared from the corner again. Your talent is indeed worthy of praise, but you should not betray the village. It's not me who betrays the village, it's you. Naruto sneered. You trampled on the corpses of the Uchiha clan, transplanted Sharingan, and then transplanted first-generation cells. People like you will die 10,000 times. Everything I do is for the village. Danzo is still arrogant. Wind-style vacuum sphere. Whoosh. Each vacuum sphere roared towards Naruto, like bullets fired from a machine gun, seeming to beat Naruto into a honeycomb. Naruto disappeared quietly. Puff! Danzo's head is flying again, chaff. A moment later, Danzo resurrected again. The Flying Thunder God technique is really troublesome. It's so unpredictable and unpredictable. No, this is not the Flying Thunder God technique. Naruto shook his head slightly. An old dog like you is not qualified to let me use the Flying Thunder God technique. Come again. Naruto disappeared again. The next moment, he was behind Danzo again. In the following time, Naruto killed Danzo again and again, either beheading him with kunai or using ninjutsu to kill him. The fighting power of the two is not at the same level at all. On speed, Naruto is elusive and unpredictable. On ninjutsu, Naruto's ninjutsu, with the blessing of Sage Mode, was ridiculously powerful, far exceeding Danzo's ninjutsu. After repeated confrontations, Danzo was unable to fight back. Danzo used all kinds of methods, including with style, self-inflicted curse seal, and summoning beast. It's a pity it's useless. Danzo, you only have the Mangekyō in your right eye left. What are you going to do with it? Naruto smiled and looked at Danzo. Are you going to use it as a resurrection coin, or are you going to use distinguished heavenly gods on me? Danzo gasped for air, stared at Naruto angrily and unwillingly, and activated distinguished heavenly gods. After being killed by Naruto for the fourth time, he had launched distinguished heavenly gods and invaded Naruto's brain, trying to change Naruto's will without anyone noticing, turning Naruto into his puppet. But it's been so long, but it's of no use. Why doesn't distinguished heavenly gods work for you? Danzo asked breathlessly. You want to know? Naruto smiled slightly. Since you are about to die, I might as well tell you the answer. Earth-style barrier downed prison hall. An earth wall appeared around it, forming a bowl-shaped barrier, isolating Naruto and Danzo. See clearly, Danzo. The corners of Naruto's mouth turned up slightly, and his eyes changed. The one character Hungong eyes turned into blood-red Mangekyō, and the pupils took on the shape of large windmills with four corners. Danzo's whole body was shaken, his eyes were wide open, and he murmured, 10,000 Mangekyō Sharingan. No, Not only Mangekyō Sharingan, but Uchiha Shursue's Mangekyō Sharingan. Both eyes. Why? Danzo stared at Naruto. Why do you have Uchiha Shursue's Mangekyō Sharingan? Danzo finally understood why distinguished heavenly gods was ineffective against Naruto. He had two Mangekyō, but he only had one. It's only effective. Danzo can't understand why Naruto has Uchiha Shursue's Mangekyō. Is it a clone? Who said I only have Uchiha Shursue's Mangekyō? Naruto sneered and his eyes changed again. This time, the pupils turned into triangular shuriken shapes. Danzo was shocked. This is Uchiha Itachi's Mangekyō Sharingan. Naruto smiled and said, Danzo, are you saying you are not greedy? Do you want it? Are you angry? Whether it's Itachi's Mangekyō or Shursue's Mangekyō, Naruto got it by drawing. Danzo panted heavily and stared at Naruto silently. After a while, he slowly said, You are indeed a monster. Both eyes are Mangekyō and can switch between Shursui and Itachi's Mangekyō at will. This is obviously not something that transplantation can do. It can only be explained by the word monster. Okay, it's time to send you on your way, Naruto said calmly. Because you are so pursuing Sharingan, I will kill you with Sharingan. Amaterasu, Naruto's right eye glared, and a stream of blood flowed down. The black fire of Amaterasu ignited in Danzo's body and began to burn Danzo's body. Uzumaki Naruto, I lost, but don't be proud. Danzo whispered, You are a more evil and ambitious monster than me. If you're allowed to stay in this world, you will definitely bring huge disaster to the village in the future. For the sake of the village, come to hell with me. As soon as the words fell, a black curse mark appeared on Danzo's body, and blood splattered crazily all over his body. The seal of the four symbols engraved on his body expanded in a spherical shape, instantly covering everything around him. I've been guarding against you for a long time. Naruto disappeared instantly. Boom, after a while, the seal of the four elephants inside ended. The smoke and dust dispersed, and a large spherical pit appeared on the ground. Danzo lay motionless on the ground and died on the spot. This old guy is finally dead. Naruto breathed a sigh of relief. Danzo's military power is not high, but he is an ambitious man who secretly plays tricks behind his back. This kind of person is not a good person, but he can make you sick to death if he comes here every now and then. Fortunately, he is finally dead. The body that Naruto collected, Shursui Mangekyō, is still on Danzo, so he has to recover it. Naruto himself has no intention of transplanting it, but he can transplant it to others, such as Kakashi. Kakashi already has a Sharingan from Obito, and it is activated to Mangekyō level. It would be interesting to transplant Shursue's Mangekyō Dam. The premise is that Kakashi is willing to transplant. You actually killed Lord Danzo? The root ninja stared at Naruto with shock and anger in his eyes. What? Do you want to avenge him? If you want to avenge him, you can come here. Naruto looked at the 17 root ninjas with a faint smile. But then again, I killed Danzo and rescued you from Danzo's curse. You should thank me, right? The 17 root ninjas remained silent. They were all given the curse of tongue and could not tell any secrets related to Danzo. Now, with Danzo's death, the tongue eradication seal is completely ineffective, and they are completely free. From this perspective, they should really thank Naruto for saving them. But Naruto killed Danzo after all, killing the person they had been loyal to for half their lives. The root ninjas were confused. Take them to the Hokage. Naruto gave instructions to the Umbu members. Let Hokage decide how to deal with them. These root ninjas are little minions. As long as they don't seek death themselves, Naruto doesn't bother to kill them. Yes, it's Naruto's fault. Umbu left with 17 root ninjas, and the huge root became empty. Naruto was in no hurry to leave. Danzo has been operating here for nearly 40 years. With Danzo's old and sinister character, he should be able to collect some good things, right? As Naruto expected. In just half an hour, Naruto searched out a large number of ninjutsu scrolls and forbidden technique scrolls of the root base. What is recorded on these ninjutsu scrolls are not ordinary ninjutsu, but extremely precious ninjutsu. The most typical example is the sealing technique of the Uzumaki clan. King Kong seal for elephant seal, ghoul seal, contract seal, tail seal, eight-sign seal, etc. There are all kinds of sealing techniques. Even though Naruto is well-informed, he can't help but be surprised. Did this old dog, Danzo, loot the Uzumaki clan's treasure house? Where did all these sealing techniques come from? In addition to sealing techniques, there are also a large number of forbidden techniques. Multiple shadow clone technique, impure world reincarnation, Izanagi, 8 inner gates, 100 technique, living corpse reincarnation, etc. Baihao technique. The Baihao technique developed by Tsunade was actually taken over by Danzo, and living corpse reincarnation. This is the reincarnation ninjutsu developed by Orochimaru. Danzo can actually do it. What a talent. Take it away. Take it away. For Naruto, whether it is forbidden technique or ninjutsu, it is basically not difficult to learn. Forbidden technique like Baihao technique, living corpse reincarnation, and impure world reincarnation, Naruto didn't mind researching it when he had free time. The more skills you master, the more trump cards you have. If you don't need it now, you might not need it in the future. All in all, take it away first and then talk about it. Naruto put all the ninjutsu scrolls and forbidden technique scrolls into the storage space. Then continue searching. In this search, many good things were found. This time it was neither a ninjutsu nor a forbidden technique, but the secrets of the ninja clan. The Nara clan's shadow mimicry technique, the Akamichi clan's expansion jutsu, the Yamanaka clan's heart turn technique, the Aburame clan's insect repelling technique, the Yuhi family's jinjutsu. Danzo, this old dog, is too shady. If these ninjas know that the family secrets have been leaked, why don't they fight Danzo to the death? With Danzo's methods, it is not difficult to obtain these secrets. After all, there are all kinds of talents at the root. Keep searching. Naruto also found a lot of cutting tools, military food pills, silver, all kind of messy items. Naruto kept everything in mind and put it all into the storage space. The last room. Don't know what's here? Naruto pressed on the door and activated crystal style. The door instantly turned into crystal and shattered into pieces. Naruto walked into the room and froze. A wall appeared in front of me, and the wall was a square grid-shaped petri dish. In each petri dish, there's an eye showing a strange blood-red color. That's Sharingan. A wall of Sharingan. This scene seems familiar. Naruto gasped. In the original plot, Obito keeps a Sharingan on the wall in a secret laboratory. How similar is that scene to the one in front of you? I finally understand why Danzo used Sharingan as a resurrection coin. Naruto completely solved the doubt. When Danzo fights people, it gives people the feeling that he doesn't cherish Sharingan at all. Sharingan is obviously so precious, especially after the Uchiha clan was exterminated, it became out of print. However, Danzo took Sharingan seriously and used it casually, treating it as a resurrection coin. Naruto used to think Danzo was a fool, but now that he saw a wall of Sharingan, Naruto understood everything. Danzo has so many Sharingans. It is normal to use Sharingans as resurrection coins. It's all mine now. When I become Hokage in the future, maybe I can find a group of children or simply clone a group of children with Uchiha blood and transplant these Sharingan to them. It's a pity that a limited bloodline family like the Uchiha clan has disappeared like this. Chapter 74, Uncle Snake. Long time no see. After searching the roots this time, Naruto really found a lot of good things and returned to the Hokage building with a happy mood. Tsunade, third generation, and 2 Hokage consultants are all there. The third generation and the 2 Hokage consultants originally left, but when they heard that Naruto had gone to the roots, they hurried back. As Danzo's old partners, they know Danzo's character very well and cannot just give in. They were worried that something would happen, so they went back and forth, waiting for news at the Hokage building. The result was as they expected. Danzo refused to surrender and resisted violently, and was killed by Naruto. The death of an old friend who had known each other for decades left third generation and the 2 Hokage consultants with mixed feelings. Sad, angry no, When Naruto returned to the Hokage building to resume his duties, the two Hokage advisors were blaming Tsunade. Tsunade's sister. Naruto smiled. Swish, 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 both advisors looked at Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto, how dare you kill Danzo? Udatane Koharu glared at Naruto. Who gave you the courage to slaughter the meritorious elders of the village at will? You are too presumptuous. Why do you act so wantonly? Are you not a ninja? Uzumaki Naruto, you've gone too far, Midokado Hamura said with a cold face. It is wrong for Danzo to resist violently, but you can't kill him either. If everyone is like you and slaughters the village's meritorious elders at will, who will work for the village in the future? After hearing the two people's questions, Naruto smiled and did not refute, but looked at third generation. Third generation old man. What do you say? Third generation exhaled a wisp of smoke and sighed quietly. Danzo and I have known each other for 70 years and fought for more than 60 years. He is a competitive, narrow-minded, selfish person who will do whatever it takes to achieve his goals. But everything he did was for the village. Even if he was at fault, Naruto, you shouldn't kill him. For the village? Naruto scoffed and released Danzo's body. The secrets of each ninja clan family and Tion Sharingan. Third Hokage-sama and the two advisors, look at what these things are. This is Sharingan? Why are there so many Sharingans? Could it be Shodai's face? Is this a first-generation cell? This is the shadow imitation technique of the Nara clan. The expressions of third generation and the two Hokage consultants changed. Brute! Tsunade was completely angry. The Uchiha clan was wiped out, and they didn't even spare their Sharingan. After all, the Uchiha family is a meritorious family that founded Konoha, but their eyes were gouged out after death. It's really crazy. And my grandfather's cells. This BCH Danzo actually secretly transplanted his grandfather's cells. Who helped him transplant? It must be Orochimaru. Danzo, an old thief, is secretly in contact with Orochimaru, a rebellious ninja. There are also these family secrets. If these ninjas know that the family secrets have been leaked, will there be a riot? Third generation and the two Hokage advisors were completely silent. After all, the Uchiha clan is a meritorious family that founded Konoha and has made great contributions to Konoha. If the villagers knew that after their genocide was exterminated and all the Sharingans were dug up, what would they think? Transplantation of first-generation cells. As the founder of Konoha, First Hokage is like a god in the eyes of the villagers. Many villagers even have First Hokage's memorial tablets in their homes, worshipping them day and night. As a senior member of the village, Danzo plays with first-generation cells wantonly. How will the common people accept it? If the above two things are still a matter of personal ethics, then collecting the family secrets of each ninja clan can be regarded as disturbing the foundation of Konoha's rule. Konoha is actually a union of multiple ninja clans. These ninjas are the backbone of ruling Konoha and occupy important positions in all areas of the village. It is no exaggeration to say that Hokage is the leader jointly elected by these ninja clans. The Hokage rules Konoha by relying on these ninjas. Danzo secretly collected the secrets of the ninja clan and completely touched the taboos of these ninja families. Think about it too. We live and die for Konoha and assist you, Hokage, in governing Konoha. It will be better for you to be the guy who secretly steals our food. Who can bear this? Once the news is leaked, these ninja clans will unite to make trouble, and the consequences will be disastrous. How many shameful things has this old guy Danzo done behind our backs? Third generation was trembling with anger. He even dares to collect the family secrets of each ninja clan. Does he want to go to heaven? This matter must not be leaked. Udatane Koharu said, I suggest that these scrolls be destroyed immediately, and it is strictly forbidden to leak this matter. I agree, Midokado Hamura immediately said. This matter is of great importance. Once leaked, it will shake the foundation of Konoha. I agree too. Third generation nodded slightly, looked at Naruto, and said, This matter is over now. Don't pursue it any further. Third generation old man. I'm so sorry. Naruto shrugged. I already informed the heads of the families when I came to the Hokage building. Naruto wouldn't let Danzo go easily. Not only do they want to kill people, they also want to nail him to the pillar of shame forever, making him a street rat and everyone shouting to beat him. Third generation's face changed. Naruto, why did you take it upon yourself to inform these clan leaders? Do you know that if you do this, you will cause big trouble in the village? Facing the third generation's question, Naruto smiled lightly. Third generation old man, some people's consciences are bad and rotten. I think it's necessary to take it out and show it to everyone so that everyone can see how many shameful things these people have done. Bang, 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 there was a knock on the door. Enter, Tsunade said. The office door opened and a group of people walked in. The leader is clearly the head of the Nara clan, Nara Shikaku. Behind him were the heads of the other two families of Ino Shikashich, Yamanaka Hai and Akamichi Dingswa. The expressions of the three family heads were very serious. As soon as they came in, they asked straight to the point, Sir Hokage, I heard from Naruto that Danzo, the leader of the Root, is secretly collecting the family secrets of my Ino Shikashich clan. Is this possible? Third generation opened its mouth, but remained silent. The two Hokage consultants turned their heads away with embarrassed expressions. That's what happened. Tsunade sighed. This is the secret scroll that Naruto brought out from the Root. Take a look. Shikaku, Hai, and Dingswa immediately stepped forward, picked up the scroll and read it. Their faces immediately darkened. Danzo, this thief! How dare you do such a thing? Shikaku was very angry and turned to look at third generation. Third generation Sama, do you know about this? The Ino Shikashich clan has a close relationship with the Sarutobi clan and is a loyal supporter of the third Hokage Japanese family. This can be seen from the fact that third generation asked his son Asuma to be the teacher of the new generation Ino Shikashich. Shikaku wanted to know whether the third generation knew about Danzo's secret collection of Ino Shikashich family secrets. Just don't know. It would be too sad to know. Naturally, third generation strongly denied it. Danzo did it behind my back, and I didn't know about it. Shikaku nodded and said to Tsunade, Master Hokage, is there a backup of this secret scroll? If there is any, please give it to us. We will take it back and destroy it. The family secrets must not be leaked. Tsunade looked at Naruto. It's all here, Naruto said calmly. That's good. Shikaku breathed a sigh of relief and said, Sir Hokage, I'm sorry to bother you, but we'll leave now. Tsunade waved his hand. Shikaku nodded and looked at Naruto again. Naruto, thank you for this matter. Come to my Nara house when you have time. I will give you a grand reception. Thank you for your generous helping hand this time. Uncle Shikaku, you're welcome. Naruto smiled and said, Shikamaru and I are good friends, so naturally we can't just sit idly by and ignore this kind of thing. Shikaku patted Naruto on the shoulder. Shikamaru is lucky to have a friend like you. Yamanaka Hai and Akamichi Dingswa also expressed similar meanings and strongly invited Naruto to visit their homes. Naruto say yes. A hero has 3 gangs. A fence has 3 stakes. No matter how strong Naruto is, if he wants to be a Hokage, he cannot do without the support of these ninjas. Just like Uchiha Madara, her strength is not inferior to that of the first generation, but she is unruly and looks down on these ninjas. The result is that even if first generation abdicates, Uchiha Madara will not be able to become Hokage. He is too arrogant. After the 3 people left, the Aburame clan, the Inuzuka clan, and Yuhi Kurenai arrived one after another, and they were squirted again. Okay, it's time for me to go. The goal has been achieved. Naruto put away Danzo's body and prepared to leave. Leave Danzo's body behind. You detain Koharu said angrily. You have ruined Danzo's reputation. Why don't you even spare his body? Those who have just arrived are all heads of families. Danzo must not be able to hide the scandalous things he has done. One can imagine. It won't be long before a series of scandalous things done by Danzo will spread, and eventually he will be accused by thousands of people, and everyone will cry out for beatings. Naruto not only killed Danzo's people, but also brought Danzo infamy for eternity. And now he doesn't even spare the corpse? I have no interest in Danzo's body, Naruto said calmly. But his right eye transplanted from Uchiha Shursui is my trophy, and I have the right to take it back. What did you say? Third generation looked at Naruto in shock. You said Danzo's right eye is Uchiha Shursui's eye? Udatain Koharu and Mitokado Hamura were also stunned. You do not know, Naruto said in surprise. I thought Danzo took away Uchiha Shursui's eyes, you know. Danzo. He actually took Uchiha Shursui's Sharingan. I didn't expect it. Third generation smiled bitterly. I thought Shursui was killed by the Uchiha clan, but I didn't expect Danzo to be the real murderer. Danzo, how much have you done behind my back? When the Uchiha clan was about to rebel, third generation sent Shursui to stop the rebellion. When necessary, you can use distinguished heavenly gods to forcibly rewrite the will of the Uchiha clan. With Shursui's double Mangekyō power, using distinguished heavenly gods is very likely to succeed. The most powerful illusion is definitely not something you can boast about. Unfortunately, Shursui died later, and there was no hope of stopping the rebellion. Only the third generation will make the decision to eliminate the Uchiha clan. It could be said that if Shursui did not die, he would have been able to prevent the Uchiha clan from rebelling. There would be no subsequent series of tragedies. Third generation originally thought that Shursui died at the hands of the Uchiha clan, but they never expected that it was Danzo who did it. Third generation really hates Danzo. Yes, he is suppressing the Uchiha clan, but he never wants to directly destroy the Uchiha clan. This will seriously weaken the village's strength. What has happened cannot be changed, and there is no point in talking about it now. Naruto shrugged, turned, and left. This time, Udatain Koharu didn't stop. She has no shame to stop it anymore. Naruto got angry. I went to the movie building and went directly to Kakashi's house, where I found Kakashi, who was watching Intimate Love in Heaven. Naruto, has Danzo's matter been resolved? Kakashi asked. Solved. Naruto nodded. From now on, there will be no Danzo in Konoha, and the roots will become history. Danzo is dead, Kakashi murmured to himself, with a somewhat complicated expression. It's so ironic that a careerist with great ambition ends up as a traitor. Kakashi will not have any sympathy for Danzo, and he was just worried about his disciple when he tried to dissuade Naruto. Danzo loves it to death. You're not hurt, are you? Kakashi looked at Naruto and said, I'm fine. Naruto shrugged. I killed Danzo this time and got a lot of loot, including a Mangekyō. Naruto smiled and said, It's Uchiha Shursui's Mangekyō. Do you want a Kakashi-sensei? Mangekyō Sharingan? Kakashi was shocked and said in disbelief, Uchiha Shursui's Mangekyō Sharingan. Right. Naruto briefly told the story of Danzo taking away Shursui's right eye, which led to Shursui's death. This Danzo, it's really not a pity to die. Kakashi gritted his teeth. If it hadn't been for him, the Uchiha clan might not have been exterminated. Stop talking about this old thief. Naruto doesn't want to talk about Danzo. Kakashi-sensei, do you want to transplant this eye? Forget it, Kakashi sighed. Obito's Sharingan cost me a lot of chakra. If another one comes, I won't be able to hold it back. Right, Naruto nodded. After all, Kakashi is not of the Uchiha clan and cannot turn off Sharingan, so he keeps consuming chakra. With Kakashi's small amount of chakra, a Sharingan can barely survive. If another one comes, after coming out Kakashi's house, Naruto directly picked out Danzo's right eye and stored it in a petri dish. He hasn't figured out how to use this eye yet, so he'll keep it for now and use it later when he thinks of it. For the next few days, Naruto stayed at home and practiced. Just as he expected, the evil deeds Danzo had done spread like wildfire and spread throughout the village. The villagers lashed out at Danzo, who became a street rat. Everyone shouted for him to be beaten, and he was completely stinky. The villagers don't care how much Danzo has contributed to the village. They only know that Tuan now has done bad things. Naruto hadn't drawn anything good these days and was in a bad mood. so he turned to studying forbidden technique. The forbidden technique that Naruto is most interested in is impure world reincarnation. This thing is definitely the most buggy summoning technique, and it shined in the Fourth Ninja War. Yakushi Kabuto was therefore dubbed the Master of Dream Realization, which shows the pervert of impure world reincarnation. Impure world reincarnation is not difficult to learn, and it only took Naruto 2 days to practice it to perfection. The trouble is with human sacrifices and the body tissue, or genetic material, of the deceased. Human sacrifices are not difficult to find. There are a lot of robbers, bandits, criminals, and traitors. The most troublesome thing is the genetic material of the deceased. This requires tomb robbing. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, Yakushi Kabuto robbed countless tombs of powerful men in order to impure world reincarnation. Naruto had no interest in digging graves and robbing graves. He was so frightened that he thought of the second method, Orochimaru. Orochimaru should have collected a lot of genetic material from the deceased. You can ask Orochimaru for it. Orochimaru has many strongholds and has to move every now and then to avoid the Akatsuki organization. No one knows where he is hiding. Naruto had a way to find Orochimaru. The last time Konoha's plan collapsed, Naruto took the opportunity to leave the Flying Thunder God technique on Orochimaru, so it's not difficult to find him. Schwa Naruto activated the Flying Thunder God technique and disappeared from home. When he reappeared, he was in a strange place. It was a dark room, surrounded by rock walls, with a candle burning quietly. Ooh, a horse sounded. Naruto looked around and saw Orochimaru staring at him with a pair of vertical pupils, looking at him indifferently. "It's you." Orochimaru was a little stunned. "How did you find this place? Is it the Flying Thunder God technique?" "Uncle Snake, long time no see." Naruto looked Orochimaru up and down and said, "I haven't seen you for more than 2 years. You are a little embarrassed." Orochimaru was lying on the bed, his face pale, coughing violently, and there was bloodline on his chest. It can be seen that he has become blind due to illness. Naruto knew that this was the sequelae of living corpse reincarnation. The snatch body can only be used for 3 years. After 3 years, the parasitic body will no longer be able to survive, and a new container must be replaced. "What is your purpose?" Orochimaru stared at Naruto with fear. "I'm here to help you." Chapter 75, 2 Pillars. This is Susanoo. There are not many people in this world that Orochimaru can be afraid of. Naruto counts as one. During the Konoha collapse plan, Naruto left an indelible impression on Orochimaru. More than 2 years have passed, and Orochimaru believes that with Naruto's talent, he has definitely become stronger. Now suddenly appearing in front of him, Orochimaru instinctively raised his vigilance. "What are you here for?" Orochimaru looked wary. "Let me help you." Naruto smiled. "Help me." Orochimaru showed a hoarse smile. "Tell me, how can you help me?" "Uncle Snake, isn't it Sharingan that you are thinking about?" Naruto smiled and said, "I just got a batch of Sharingan recently. How about giving you a pair?" Orochimaru was stunned for a moment, then smiled evilly. "Don't tell me. You stole it from Danzo?" After the Uchiha clan was exterminated, Sharingan was almost out of print, and not many people owned Sharingan. As far as Orochimaru knows, in addition to Sasuke, Itachi, and Kakashi, Danzo has it. When the Uchiha clan was exterminated, this old dog led the roots to clean up the battlefield and dug up countless Sharingan. Naruto got a batch of Sharingan, and Orochimaru's first thought of the source was Danzo. As expected of Uncle Snake, Naruto admitted openly, "I just killed Danzo 2 days ago and abolished the Root organization." Orochimaru froze. He just said it casually and didn't think Naruto really killed Danzo. Unexpectedly, it's true. Danzo is dead. Orochimaru had a complicated expression. "This vicious dog lurking in the darkness will actually die in your hands." Orochimaru looked at Naruto and said, "It seems that the Sharingan collected by Danzo should fall into your hands." Naruto nodded slightly. "As long as you do me a small favor, I can give you a pair of Sharingan." "No, I'm not interested in this kind of Sharingan." Orochimaru smiled evilly. Danzo and I collaborated a lot back then, and got a lot of Sharingan from him. 320 exclamation point. I conducted experiments with Sharingan and found that the value of Sharingan is greatly reduced after it is separated from Uchiha's body. So I'm not very interested in this kind of Sharingan. What I really value is the original Sharingan, such as Sasuke's body plus Sharingan. Naruto understood. Orochimaru and Danzo often work together, and it's really easy for him to get the Sharingan. But he loves Sasuke, obviously knowing that the original Sharingan is the strongest. But then again, Naruto-kun actually asked me for help. What do you want me to help you with? Orochimaru looked at Naruto with an evil smile. You are Konoha's genius, the favorite to be the next Hokage. Aren't you afraid of getting into trouble and ruining your reputation by cooperating with a rebellious ninja like me? You don't need to worry about that. Naruto waved his hand and stated his purpose. I want to get the genetic material of the first Hokage and the second Hokage. Orochimaru was stunned and said with an evil smile. So Naruto-kun is also interested in impure world reincarnation. Somewhat interested. Naruto didn't deny it either. Naruto-kun is a genius in Konoha. Is it really okay to study forbidden technique like impure world reincarnation at will? Orochimaru smiled evilly. In the eyes of the third generation, impure world reincarnation is a magic trick to play with the souls of the ancestors. If you let them know that you are filthy from the first generation and the second generation. Pedantic, Naruto sneered. I have always believed that there are only evil people and no evil ninjutsu. After Orochimaru heard this, he immediately felt like a confidant. Naruto-kun, you and I are the same person. Orochimaru glanced at Naruto, summoned Yakushi Kabuto, and asked him to bring the genetic material of the first generation and second generation. Yakushi Kabuto was shocked by Naruto's appearance. He straightened his body the whole time and acted very alert. Naruto got 2 pieces of genetic material, and after confirming that it was correct, he nodded with satisfaction and said with a smile, Uncle Snake, I won't disturb you anymore. I hope you'll still be alive next time we meet. Will do. Orochimaru smiled evilly. Naruto was just about to leave when suddenly a cold voice sounded. Orochimaru, it's time to practice with me. The next second, a familiar figure appeared outside the door, staring coldly at Orochimaru. Wearing a white kimono, holding a Kusanagi sword, and tied with a butterfly knot-style shuriken rope around his waist. His face was expressionless, and his face was as frosty as ice. It's the second pillar. Orochimaru dotes on Erju. Not only does he often personally teach Erju how to practice, but he also allows Zhu to walk around the base as he pleases. The various privileges of the 2 pillars are not available to everyone, including Yakushi Kabuto. Sasuke, look who's here. Orochimaru smiled evilly. Sasuke frowned slightly, looking away from Orochimaru and falling on Naruto. It's you. Sasuke was stunned. Why are you here? In the past few years, Sasuke has been following Orochimaru and has been in contact with people around Orochimaru. Contact with Konoha was completely lost, and Sasuke gradually forgot about his friends in Konoha. Seeing Naruto again after 2.5 years, the dusty memories returned instantly, and Erju couldn't hold himself tight. It's a little trivial. Naruto smiled lightly. Sasuke, we haven't seen each other for almost 3 years. Are you okay? I'm fine, very fine. Sasuke's expression was indifferent. In the past 3 years, I have been practicing day and night, just hoping that one day I can defeat you. Naruto, I originally planned to find you later, but I didn't expect you to come first. Sasuke has 2 obsessions in his heart. One is to kill Uchiha Itachi and take revenge. The second is to defeat Naruto and prove that you're stronger. These 2 obsessions urge Sasuke to practice desperately. After 3 years of hard training, Sasuke's strength has indeed improved by leaps and bounds. It seems that you have changed a lot in the past 3 years. Naruto couldn't help but sigh. Both the physical body and the amount of chakra have undergone qualitative changes. Of course, Orochimaru smiled evilly and said, in the past 3 years, Sasuke has been transformed under my training. Even you may not be able to defeat him for sure. Orochimaru, the teacher, has the most say in Sasuke's progress because he taught him step by step. Swordsmanship, development of lightning-style ninjutsu, further development of curse seals, learning summoning jutsu, and actual combat. Nothing is left behind. It is true that Naruto is a rare ninjutsu genius, but Orochimaru believes that if they fight again now, they may not be able to defeat Sasuke. Naruto, fight with me. Sasuke pulled out the Kusanagi sword with fighting intent in his eyes. Let me see how much you have improved in the past 3 years. It seems that after 3 years of hard training, your strength has improved by leaps and bounds, making you feel like you are good again. Naruto smiled lightly. Okay, I'll satisfy you. Orochimaru's strongholds are all built in desolate wilderness, and this stronghold is no exception. It is surrounded by grasslands and barren hills. Naruto and Sasuke faced each other from afar. Orochimaru also arrived not far away with the support of Yakushi Kabuto, intending to watch this battle. Yakushi Kabuto pushed up his glasses and asked, Lord Orochimaru, do you think Sasuke can win? Disaster. Orochimaru shook his head slowly. Naruto has mastered the Flying Thunder God technique and is naturally invincible. Plus, he has perfected Sage Mode. It will be very difficult for Sasuke to defeat him. But Orochimaru changed the topic. Sasuke has perfectly mastered curse sealing, taijutsu, and swordsmanship. Lightning-style ninjutsu has also made a qualitative leap compared to 3 years ago, and combined with 3 Tomo Sharingan. It won't be easy for Naruto to defeat him. Yakushi Kabuto pushed up his glasses and looked at the two people facing each other expectantly. Sasuke took out several shurikens and threw them at Naruto. Immediately afterwards, electricity surged through his body. He screamed shrilly, and his whole body turned into a bolt of lightning and rushed towards Naruto. Thousands of birds are all over your body. It should be the Chidori style, right? Urju, you have really grown in the past 3 years. Naruto smiled lightly, quickly formed seals with his hands, and then suddenly exhaled a stream of air. Wind-style great scythe, Itachi. Naruto exhaled in one breath, forming a terrifying airflow storm that rumbled over Sasuke. Boom! The roaring and raging millennium current on Sasuke was blown away, and Sasuke's whole body was also thrown away. It flew dozens of meters away before landing on the ground. This guy's as smart as ever, Orochimaru said. Wind style restrains lightning style, and directly uses wind style to fly Sasuke away, without giving Sasuke a chance for melee combat. Yakushi Kabuto nodded. But if it's just an attack of this level, it won't be able to stop Sasuke. As expected, thunder and lightning raged in Sasuke's hand, which suddenly turned into a spear and stabbed Naruto like lightning. Lightning-style Chidori Spear. The form change of the Chidori Sharp Spear. Naruto smiled lightly. Wind-style Vacuum Daima. Vacuum Dayu is an enhanced version of Vacuum Sphere. Naruto exhaled in one breath, forming a bazooka-like vacuum jade, which hit the Chidori Spear accurately, and once again blew away the spear-shaped Chidori Spear. Naruto, you are really amazing. Sasuke stared at Naruto indifferently. Next, let you see the power of the Uchiha clan. Sasuke suddenly opened the 3 Tomo Sharingan. His eyes widened. Magic Shaohang Technique. Magic Yaohang Technique is one of Sharingan's unique illusion abilities and belongs to the Golden Binding illusion. People who fall under this illusion will have illusory wedges penetrate their limbs and become unable to move. Kill. Taking advantage of the moment when Naruto was frozen, Sasuke pulled out the Kusanagi sword from his waist and injected the thunder-like chakra into it. Electricity suddenly overflowed from the surface of the Kusanagi sword, and thunder and lightning flashed. Lightning-style Chidori Blade. Like a bolt of lightning, Sasuke was in front of Naruto in an instant, and the Kusanagi sword slashed towards Naruto. The Chidori Blade's penetrating power is unparalleled, and it can paralyze the enemy. It is difficult for ordinary people to resist this slash, especially when Naruto was under a Jinjutsu and couldn't move his body. It was even harder to resist. Sasuke believed that this sword would be able to kill Naruto. However, just when the Chidori blade was about to touch Naruto's body, a green skeletal hand suddenly appeared in front of Naruto and grabbed the Chidori blade that penetrated. What? Sasuke looked up in shock. Then he saw green flames rising from Naruto's body, condensing into a green skull palm. What's this? Sasuke looked at the green skull palm in disbelief. Niju, you just said that you want me to see the calendar area of the Uchiha clan. Naruto looked at Sasuke with a smile. Just right. I also want you to see the power of the Uchiha clan. As Naruto was talking, bones appeared one after another, forming a green skeleton. This green skull has complete arms, head, ribs, shoulder blades, everything, but only the upper body. It took on the form of a green flame, but exuded an extremely cold aura that was bone-chilling. This is... Sasuke was stunned. Shao, Susanoo? Orochimaru was so shocked that his eyes nearly popped out. Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. How can Naruto use Mangekyō Sharingan's unique pupil technique? Susanoo. Orochimaru quickly looked into Naruto's eyes, and then realized that Naruto's eyes had also changed. Mangekyō Sharingan? Orochimaru was stunned. How come Naruto has Mangekyō Sharingan from the Uchiha clan? Lord Orochimaru, you mean? Naruto's eyes are Mangekyō Sharingan. Kabuto said in shock. It's unmistakable. Even if those eyes turn to gray, I can't admit my mistake. Orochi stared into Naruto's eyes. I don't understand why Naruto has Mangekyō Sharingan. Lord Orochimaru, could it be that Naruto took the eyes of the Uchiha clan and transplanted them into himself? Kabuto guessed. It seems like this is the only possibility. Orochimaru said solemnly. I remembered. Danzo seems to have captured Uchiha Shirsui's Mangekyō. Didn't Naruto just kill Danzo? His Mangekyō is probably Uchiha Shirsui's eyes. Orochimaru-sama, I don't think it's like a transplant. Kabuto pushed up his glasses. The transplanted Sharingan cannot close properly, just like Konoha Kakashi. And Naruto-kun Sharingan can be turned off and on at will. It's not like a transplant. That's true. What? What is this? Sasuke looked at the sudden appearance of the green skull in shock. 2 pillars. This is the ultimate technique of the Uchiha clan called Susanoo. Naruto looked down at Sasuke. This power can only be used if both eyes are open Mangekyō at the same time. The ultimate technique of the Uchiha clan. Sasuke's body stiffened, and then he realized that Naruto's eyes had changed, becoming like 4-cornered windmills. That's Sharingan. Mangekyō Sharingan. Sasuke was confused. Naruto, why do you own the Sharingan of our Uchiha clan? Sasuke feels extremely ridiculous that he, a pure Uchiha, has not yet opened Mangekyō. Naruto, actually turn it on. Who the hell can he ask to reason with? It's more troublesome to explain. Naruto smiled lightly and made up a reason casually. Just think that I woke up on my own. Awakening on your own? You're not of the Uchiha clan. How can you possibly awaken Sharingan? Sasuke asked loudly. Naruto, where did you transplant the Sharingan from? Haha, I'll tell you when I win. Naruto said. Hateful. Sasuke directly used his second state, and black thunder and lightning erupted from his body, shooting towards Naruto like lightning. At this moment, Sasuke desperately wanted to know the reason why Naruto had the Mangekyō Sharingan, so there is nothing left to hold back. Sasuke's offensive was very amazing, but unfortunately Susanoo, 4.8, just bounced him away with just a flick of his finger. Sasuke crashed into the ground, creating a large crater in the ground, but he didn't realize it, roaring and pounced again. Once, twice, 3 times. 013409027. Feilu 0634104880. After being blasted away 5 or 6 times in succession, Sasuke collapsed on the ground, completely unable to get up. The cursed seal quickly receded, his wings retracted into his body, and Sasuke returned to his human form. Naruto dismissed Susanoo and said with a faint smile, "How is it? Do you feel the difference between us?" Sasuke's eyes were filled with dissatisfaction. "Naruto, tell me, why do you own Sharingan?" Sasuke thought that Naruto's Sharingan was a transplant, but he quickly overturned it. Sharingan transplanted by foreigners cannot be closed properly. Kakashi is a typical example. Naruto's Sharingan can be turned on and off at will, which means it shouldn't be transplanted. The question is, where did Naruto's Mangekyō come from? Of course I woke up on my own. Naruto shrugged. To be honest, I was hooked right after I graduated from ninja school. During the bell test, your great fireball technique was copied by me using 3 Tomo Sharingan. Why did you awaken Sharingan? Sasuke felt incredible. You are obviously not from our Uchiha clan. Who knows? Naruto shrugged. It's just awakening anyway. Normally, only the Uchiha clan can awaken the Sharingan. But Naruto-kun broke this iron rule. Orochimaru, and Kabuto came over. Naruto-kun, you are really enviable. Orochimaru's eyes were intense, like a hungry wolf staring at a tender lamb, wanting to devour Naruto in one gulp. He was so curious about Naruto's secrets. I wish I could capture Naruto immediately, take him to the dissecting table, and do a thorough dissection and study. But this kind of thing can only be thought about. Orochimaru knows that Naruto's power is not something he can covet. Chapter 76, First Hokage. Am I the reincarnation of Ashura? After finishing the conversation, Naruto left. Passing a mountain village on the way, Naruto caught 2 robbers and tried to impure world reincarnation. Summoning technique, impure world reincarnation. Naruto slapped the ground, and the black curse mark lines spread quickly, and white light enveloped the 2 robbers. As the 2 robbers wailed in pain, a large amount of dust quickly enveloped the bodies of the 2 robbers. Eventually, it transformed into first generation and second generation. This is where first generation looked around. Impure world reincarnation. Second generation had anger on his face. Is it that guy named Orochimaru again who made us dirty? Tobirama, I have told you not to develop this kind of ninjutsu. Look, you will be punished. First generation snorted coldly, and his eyes couldn't help but fall on Naruto. Young man, we meet again. The first generation had a very deep impression of Naruto during their last battle with Naruto and recognized Naruto at a glance. Young man, do you want to fight with you again this time? The second generation also looked at Naruto with a smile. To Hokage Samus, nice to meet you. Naruto smiled and said, let me explain first. It's not Orochimaru who's summoning you this time. It's me. It's you. The smile on first generation's face gradually disappeared. Boy, are you starting to study this evil, forbidden technique? Shodai is wrong. Ninjutsu is just ninjutsu. How can it be evil? Naruto smiled incredulously. Just like impure world reincarnation, Inshimaru can be used to destroy Konoha. And I can use it to protect Konoha, which shows that impure world reincarnation itself is not a magic. Brother, you heard me. Your understanding of ninjutsu is worse than that of a young man. As a forbidden technique development master, second generation agreed with Naruto's words, and at the same time, he did not forget to ridicule Hashirama. First generation scratched his head, a little embarrassed. Second generation smiled slightly. Young man, tell me, what is your purpose for summoning us? There is no purpose. I just want to test impure world reincarnation. This was Naruto's initial thought. However, after seeing first generation, Naruto had other ideas in mind. I want the 2 Hokage-sama to be my teachers and teach me ninjutsu. Naruto smiled. Summoning us just to learn ninjutsu? Your reason is really weird. First generation Tutade. 2 Hokage-samas. Let's go back to Konoha first. Naruto smiled and said, I think you must be very curious about what Konoha has become now. Back to Konoha? You can have this. First generation and second generation's eyes lit up. 2 Hokage adults. These are Umbu's clothes. Just pretend to be Umbu first. Naruto took out 2 sets of Umbu clothes. Young man, be considerate. We have been dead for a long time. We really shouldn't show up in the village openly. The first generation and the second generation put on Umbu clothes, and Naruto activated the Flying Thunder God technique and took the two back to the village. The three of them entered the village. First generation and second generation looked around like curious babies, exclaiming in admiration from time to time. The three of them wandered along. Suddenly, an Umbu appeared and knelt on one knee in front of Naruto. Naruto, Master Hokage, please come over. No. Umbu left immediately. Monkey looking for you. The second generation looked at Naruto. It's not the third generation. It's the fifth generation. Naruto laughed. Fifth generation? The first generation was startled. Has the Hokage been passed down to the fifth generation? It seems that the village is developing well. Tobirama looked at Naruto in confusion and said, Young man, who are the fourth generation and fifth generation? The fourth generation is my father, Namikaze Minato, and the fifth generation is your granddaughter, Tsunade-sama. Shao! Zayazuna. First generation jumped up in shock. Can Suna also become a Hokage? This girl has been addicted to gambling with me since she was a child. If she becomes a Hokage, she won't lose all Konoha's money, right? Tsunade-sama loves gambling, but after becoming Hokage, he never gambled again. Naruto was a little amused. Let's go. I'll take you to see her. I believe you also want to see her. After a while, the three of them arrived at Hokage's office, where Tsunade was sitting at his desk processing documents. Tsunade-sama, are you looking for me? Tsunade raised his head, glanced at first generation, second generation, and then looked at Naruto. Naruto, there is news from Cloud Shinobi that the Jinchuriki Wooden Golem has been captured by the Akatsuki organization. These guys are starting to act again. Naruto frowned slightly. Akatsuki failed to capture Shikaku 2 years ago and then fell silent, never heard from again. Unexpectedly, 2 years later, we would start taking action again. Wooden Golem was captured, and other ninja villages sent messages asking us to share detailed information about the Akatsuki organization. Tsunade continued. Naruto, you know the Akatsuki organization best. I hope you can provide information. No problem. Naruto would not just watch the Akatsuki organization capture the tailed beasts. He wanted to create as much trouble as possible so that the Akatsuki organization would not be so relaxed. Next, Naruto told the detailed information about the members of the Akatsuki organization. Kisame, Itachi, Kakaru, Haiden, Konan, Zetsu, Pain, and the leader behind the scenes, Faye. Naruto did not point out the true identities of Konan, Pain, and Faye, but told them all about their abilities. If Jiraiya knew the identities of Konan and Nagato, he would probably rush to Rain Shinobi Village to find out. If Kakashi knew that Faye was a Beto, he might cause some trouble. So keep it a secret. Who is the Akatsuki organization? Why did the Rinnegan even come out? First generation couldn't help but ask. Ever since they arrived at Hokage's office, first generation and second generation had stood quietly without speaking. After listening to Naruto's introduction to Akatsuki, first generation couldn't bear it any longer. This voice, why does it sound familiar? Tsunade frowned slightly and asked doubtfully, Which Umbu member are you? I don't think I have seen you before. Who am I? I am your grandfather. First generation simply stopped pretending, lifted up the cat-faced mask, and looked at Tsunade with a smile. Second generation also takes off its mask. Tsunade was stunned and looked at first generation, second generation. Grandfather? Grandfather? You. She wants to say that you are not dead. Why are you alive again? Sister Tsunade, the two Hokage-samas were born from my dirty soil. Naruto explained with a smile. Impure world reincarnation. Tsunade had veins popping out on his forehead, and he was furious. Uzumaki Naruto, how dare you use this kind of ninjutsu? Tsunade usually doted on Naruto, just like his own brother, but this time he was really angry. First generation and second generation have been dead for so many years, and they still summoned his soul through impure world reincarnation to disturb his sleep. It's too much. Shao Gang, don't scold him. First generation quickly said. This young man did not force us to fight. He had no ill intentions. We also want to see Konoha. Second generation also said. Tsunade's face softened slightly, and he glared at Naruto fiercely. I'll settle the score with you later. After saying that, Tsunade immediately turned into a smiling face, flew forward, and gave first generation, second generation a big hug. The grandfather and grandson had not seen each other for many years. When they met again, they were naturally very excited and talked a lot. Tsunade, what happened to the Akatsuki you just talked about? Why do they have a Rinnegan? First generation is very concerned about this issue and couldn't help but ask. Let me explain it. Naruto asked everyone to sit down and then explained, Shodai, do you remember Uchiha Madara? Madara? Of course you remember. First generation was stunned. Does this have anything to do with Madara? The second generation frowned. The smile on his face completely disappeared, and he stared straight at Naruto. Who second generation fears the most is undoubtedly Uchiha Madara. It can be said that Uchiha Madara has become the nightmare of second generation. Now hearing Naruto mention Uchiha Madara, second generation again, I instinctively became vigilant. Naruto, isn't Uchiha Madara dead? Is the Akatsuki organization also related to him? Tsunade also looked at Naruto. When talking about the Akatsuki organization, we can't avoid Uchiha Madara, because this organization can be said to have been founded by Madara. Naruto smiled and explained, back then, Shodai and Madara fought in the Valley of the End, and Madara apparently died in the battle. But in fact, instead of dying, he got Shodai's cells. This is impossible. Second generation immediately retorted. I personally inspected and buried Madara's body back then. How could he not be dead? Second generation even used Madara's corpse to conduct a series of experiments, and they were very convinced that the person was Madara. First generation also sighed and said, Naruto, I can confirm that Madara was indeed dead at that time. You two adults know Izanagi, right? Naruto asked. Certainly. Second generation nodded. During the Sengoku period, the Uchiha clan abused the Iron Branch. As the Senju clan who have been fighting against Uchiha all year round, they naturally know Izanagi very well. Back then, before Madara died, she sealed Izanagi in her right eye and fought against the first generation. Naruto said, due to the characteristics of Mangekyō Sharingan, Izanagi automatically activated after Madara's death, rewriting the reality that Madara was killed by the first generation, and Madara was reborn. First generation and second generation looked at each other with strange and angry expressions on their faces. We were actually tricked by Madara. This guy Madara is really cunning. And after that, Tsunade asked, in the battle with Shodai, Madara obtained Shodai's cells and transplanted them to the wound. Naruto sighed. Transplanting Big Brother cells? Second generation frowned. Why would Madara do this? Does he want to steal Big Brothers with style? That's not right. Although with style is powerful, it is impossible for anyone else to master it except my eldest brother. In order to crack the mystery of wood style, second generation also secretly conducted many experiments in private. Unfortunately, they all failed. Second generation doesn't believe that Madara can master wood style by transplanting his eldest brother's cells at will. He does this kind of thing often. First generation and Tsunade also look suspicious. Night-Aim should know that the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan are two very special ninja clans. Naruto explained, because these two ninjas are direct descendants of the Sage of Six Paths. First generation and second generation nodded. They Senju and Uchiha did belong to the Six Paths descendants. There is no doubt about this. I wonder if you have ever thought about what would happen if the Senju clan and the Uchiha bloodline merged. Naruto asked, nothing will happen. Second generation shook his head and said, back then, Senju and Uchiha were our enemies, and we both wanted to gain the other's abilities. So they plundered each other's tribesmen and married them. Unfortunately, the offspring they gave birth to were not too special. During the Sengoku period, the Senju and Uchiha clans, as the two most powerful ninja clans in the ninja world have been fighting each other for thousands of years. In order to seize the opponent's ability, I naturally did things like you stealing from me and me stealing from you. But unfortunately, the combination of Senju and Uchiha will not give birth to very good offspring. The combination of ordinary Senju and ordinary Uchiha will naturally produce no strange changes. Naruto smiled, but Shodai and Uchiha Madara are different. No, the same. What's the difference? The three of them look confused. Sage of Six Paths has two sons. The eldest is called Indra, and the second is called Ashura. The former inherited the fairy eyes of Sage of Six Paths, and the latter inherited the sage body of Sage of Six Paths. These two are also the ancestors of the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan. Is there such a thing? First generation, second generation, and Tsunade looked at each other. The two families are indeed descendants of Sage of Six Paths, but it is still unclear who the ancestors are. Sage of Six Paths founded the ninja sect back then and finally passed it on to my younger brother Ashura. Naruto continued. My brother Indra was furious and vowed to destroy the ninja sect. Ashura naturally stopped him. It was also from that time on that the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan were destined to be at odds with each other. After that, the chakras of Indra and Ashura were reincarnated again and again, facing each other day by day. And their last reincarnation was Uchiha Madara and First Hokage. Am I the reincarnation of my ancestor? First generation looked confused. I am not sure as well. Second generation shook his head and said he didn't know. Grandpa is the reincarnation of Ashura? Why does it sound like a fantasy? Tsunade muttered. It is precisely because Shodai and Uchiha Madara are the reincarnations of the two sons of Sage of Six Paths that they are so strong. Naruto continued. So you have the chakra of Ashura and Indra hidden in you respectively. The two merge into 903 and become one. To put it simply, they will merge into the power of Six Paths. Naruto sighed. After Madara transplanted Shodai cells, she got Ashura's chakra. Ashura's chakra merges with the Indra chakra in his body. After a long period of transformation, Madara finally opened the Rinnegan when her life was about to end. Madara turned on the Rinnegan. Second generation's pupils shrank sharply, and he suddenly lost his composure. First generation and Tsunade were also shocked and looked at Naruto in disbelief. This news is so shocking. Even more shocking than first generation and Uchiha Madara, the reincarnations of the two sons of Sage of Six Paths. Rinnegan, those are the eyes of Sage of Six Paths. Yes, turn on the Rinnegan. Naruto nodded. Rinnegan is the eye of Sage of Six Paths, the eye that controls life and death, and has the ability to transcend life and death. Then what? What happened? Tsunade asked. The leader of the Akatsuki organization owns Rinnegan. Is he Uchiha Madara? First generation and second generation stared at Naruto. No. Naruto shook his head. Madara is approaching the end of her lifespan after activating Rinnegan and will die at any time. Madara is obviously not willing to die. So before she died, Madara arranged a series of backup tricks to transplant the Rinnegan into Pain. Pain is from the Uzumaki clan, has huge vitality and chakra, and is a good host for Rinnegan. So, this is where the Rinnegan of Pain, the leader of the Akatsuki organization, came from. Tsunade murmured. As the eye that controls life and death, Rinnegan has a very buggy eye technique. Rinne Tensei technique. Naruto said, this pupil technique can resurrect the dead. Madara transplanted the Rinnegan to Pain in order for Pain to activate the Rinne Tensei technique to resurrect himself. Both first generation and second generation were silent, obviously trying their best to digest this incredible information. Madara, this BD. First generation suddenly punched the table. I didn't expect that he would cause so many things after I died. I have a question. Second generation stared at Naruto. How can Madara guarantee that Pain will resurrect him after his death? So he had a backup plan. Naruto smiled and said, These backhands will force pain to resurrect Uchiha Madara. As for the specific backups Uchiha Madara has left behind, I don't know yet. But considering Madara's resourcefulness, the plan must be very thorough, and there will be no obvious loopholes. Madara, this BD, won't live even if he dies. First generation let out a long sigh. Can't you just accept your fate and die honestly? Why are you messing around? Do you think everyone can be as idiotic as you? Second generation snorted coldly, looked at Naruto, and said, "Young man, you just mentioned that the Akatsuki organization is on the collection level. What's their purpose in collecting tailed beasts? It doesn't seem to have anything to do with resurrecting Madara. They collect tailed beasts to resurrect 10 tails." Naruto sighed. "And Madara wants to be 10 tails Jinchuriki, the second sage of six paths." Chapter 77 Lottery. 6 tails. Resurrect 10 tails. Become 10 tails Jinchuriki. Hearing these remarks, first generation, second generation, and Tsunade felt as if they were hearing fantasy and felt unbelievable. "Naruto, are you serious?" Tsunade stared straight at Naruto. "Uchiha Madara's ultimate goal is to become 10 tails Jinchuriki. That's what 9 tails said anyway." Naruto said, "9 tails?" Tsunade was startled, then nodded. "If 9 tails really said that, then there will be no problem. Why do you say that?" First generation was confused. Second generation looked at Naruto and asked, "Young man, are you the 9 tails Jinbashira?" "Yes." Naruto smiled and nodded. 9 tails told me that it was driven by Madara and fought against Shodai together. When the power of Susanoo is turned on, its chakra and Madara's chakra are connected together. So 9 tails knows exactly what Uchiha Madara was thinking and what plan she had at that time. "I see." First generation has no doubts. He and Madara fought for the last time in the Valley of the End. Madara did control 9 tails and used the powerful weapon Susanoo. Chakra is composed of spiritual energy plus physical energy. When Madara and 9 tails chakra come into contact with each other, they can completely understand each other's inner thoughts. What was Madara thinking at the time? There was nothing wrong with her. "Madara, Madara." First generation let out a long sigh, with helplessness on his face. You won't stop even if you die. Madara must be stopped." Second generation said with a cold face. "Once he becomes 10 tails Jinchuriki, the ninja world will never have peace." "I think so too," Naruto said. "Now we know Madara's conspiracy in advance and have the upper hand. Next, as long as we prevent the Akatsuki organization from capturing the tailed beasts, we can crush Madara's conspiracy." Second generation nodded, looked at Tsunade, and said, "Tsuna, you know what to do, right? I will inform the other ninja villages about the information about the Akatsuki organization and Madara's plan." Tsunade nodded and said, "By uniting with other ninja villages and acting together, Madara's conspiracy will be shattered." "That's one thing," Naruto nodded. "On the other hand, we must also be prepared in advance for failure of the operation. I think with Madara's wisdom, he must have left many backup plans. It's not that simple to crush his conspiracy." "I agree." Second generation immediately said, "Madara is a thoughtful and resourceful person. To deal with him, you must prepare for the worst." "Naruto, what do you suggest?" Tsunade asked. Naruto smiled slightly. "I have 2 suggestions. First, since Shodai and Naidame have come out, don't rush back." Naruto smiled and looked at first generation, second generation. "Stay and help us and deal with the Akatsuki organization together. Kid, we are all dead. You want to exploit dead people, but the capitalists are not as ruthless as you." First generation complained, "Forget it. I've been fighting against Madara my whole life while I was alive, so why not continue to fight after death?" Second generation smiled slightly. "Konoha is my home. Madara wants to destroy Konoha, and I will be the first to refuse." Tsunade was overjoyed. "With the help of our 2 grandfathers, we will definitely be able to crush Madara's conspiracy." Second suggestion. Naruto looked at first generation. "I hope Shodai can teach me how to practice Sage Body." Naruto always thought. A large part of the reason why first generation is so powerful is due to the perfect sage body. The perfect sage body gives first generation massive chakra, huge vitality, and terrifying self-healing ability. It is precisely based on the perfect sage body that with style can exert terrible destructive power in the hands of first generation. Coupled with the increase in sage mode, it achieves absolutely invincible strength under first generation 6-path sage mode. Naruto already has it. Now it just lacks the perfect sage body. Therefore, Naruto wants to develop the perfect sage body. Naruto also believes that he is qualified to develop, and the Ashura chakra in his body is the qualification certificate. Naruto can also wait for the draw, but the randomness is too great. Who knows that the perfect sage body will be drawn in the year of the monkey? You kid, I'm afraid this is your real purpose to make us dirty. First generation smiled and shook his head, looking at Tsunade. Suna, is this guy trustworthy? Totally trustworthy. Tsunade glared at Naruto, still blaming Naruto for filthy first generation and second generation. But she had unconditional trust in Naruto. Besides, Naruto also developed with style. So, Grandpa, I hope you can teach Naruto with all your strength and help him improve his strength. Wood style. First generation was taken aback. The second generation looked at Naruto in disbelief. Young man, have you really developed the wood style? It's more than that. Tsunade looked proud. Naruto has also developed crystal style, boil style, lava style, ice style, plus wood style, a total of 5 blood inheritance limits. By the way, he also mastered the perfect sage mode. First generation and second generation were stunned. He stared at Naruto blankly, with an expression on his face as if he had seen a ghost, and it took him a long time before he uttered 2 words from his mouth. Monster. Next, several people discussed the details and formulated a detailed plan for the Shao organization. Then, Naruto left. First generation said that he will be officially taught to develop sage body tomorrow, so he can move freely today. A night of silence. Early the next morning, Naruto was woken up by his alarm clock. Naruto turned off the alarm clock and started a new day of drawing. Ding! Winning the lottery. The lottery was successful. Congratulations on winning the 6 tails Saiken chakra. What? Naruto woke up instantly and immediately showed ecstasy. Okay. I finally got the first tail beast. Naruto didn't bother to change his clothes and directly activated the Flying Thunder God technique and disappeared into the room. When he reappeared, he came to the underground palace under the Sunagakure Desert. With a thought, Naruto released the 6 tails chakra he had just drawn. Boom! A huge Katsuyu suddenly appeared. Its body was white, with a layer of highly viscous body fluid on its surface. It exuded a strange gas that corroded the surrounding soil. Hey! 9 tails and Naruto suddenly stood up. Old man, how did you catch 6 tails? Take a closer look, Naruto said angrily. 9 tails was stunned, and after sensing it carefully for a moment, he said, It can't be sensed at all. It's not the real 6 tails. 9 tails immediately reacted. Old man, is this the 6 tails chakra made by Hamura? Naruto told it before that Hamura also peeled off his 10 tails chakra and created 9-tailed beasts. However, Hamura was unable to give souls to the 9-tailed beasts, resulting in the 9-headed tailed beasts not being able to form real life. As of now, it is still sealed on the moon in the form of chakra. 9 tails did not feel any consciousness or soul fluctuation from the 6 tails in front of them. This is enough to show that this 6 tails is just a huge aggregate of chakra, not a real ecology. This is indeed the case. Naruto drew this 6 tails, which is just a ball of chakra without conscious thought. It's 6 tails, but it's not 6 tails. Now that 6 tails is available, can 10 tails be far behind? With great expectations, Naruto controlled the Gedo Statue and sealed the 6 tails chakra. I hope I can draw other tail beasts as soon as possible. Naruto murmured and left here. The time came to 8 o'clock in a blink of an eye. Naruto had breakfast and met the first generation in the small forest outside the village. Today, Naruto will officially learn from first generation and develop Sage Body. The two briefly greeted each other, and first generation got straight to the point. Naruto, after listening to your words yesterday, I thought about it seriously after I went back. First generation said, finally, I came to the conclusion that I may really be the reincarnation of Ashura, as you said. First generation gave its reasons. At the beginning, first generation was not as strong as it would later be, even though it had already developed the wood-style blood succession limit. What really transformed first generation was the accidental discovery of a special chakra hidden in the body. This kind of chakra not only contains terrifying vitality and self-healing ability, but is also much more powerful than normal chakra. This special chakra should be the Ashura chakra you mentioned yesterday, first generation said. Later, I devoted myself to practicing Ashura chakra to let it develop and grow, and use this chakra to transform cells and physical body, and finally transform your physical body into a sage body. It's pretty much what I guessed. Naruto felt excited. He has always believed that the main reason why the first generation is so powerful is Ashura chakra. There's another reason, which can also indirectly prove the existence of Ashura chakra. First generation added, I told Tobarama and Tsunade about this cultivation experience, but unfortunately, they were unsuccessful. So I came to the conclusion that I alone have the Ashura chakra, and no one else does. Naruto nodded. The first generation is the reincarnation of Ashura, so he naturally possesses Ashura chakra, and only he can practice Ashura chakra, not everyone else. So if you want to develop the perfect sage body, you must have Ashura chakra. First generation looked at Naruto and smiled. According to you, it must be the reincarnation of Ashura. Shodai, is there any way to detect Ashura chakra? Naruto asked. The first generation reached out and held Naruto's shoulders. I know Ashura chakra well. If you have Ashura chakra in your body, I can sense it. After saying that, first generation closed his eyes and sensed it carefully. After a moment, he suddenly opened his eyes with surprise in his eyes. Naruto, the amount of chakra in your body is very huge. If you include the Nine Tails chakra, you can even catch up with me. Are you from the Uzumaki clan? My mother is from the Uzumaki clan and the previous 9 Tails Jinchuriki. Naruto replied with a smile. No wonder. First generation praised, and then said with emotion, you and your mother have sacrificed a lot for Konoha. As the husband of the first 9 Tails Jinchuriki, first generation knew exactly what would happen to Jinchuriki. The first generation loved the village deeply, so he was very grateful to Naruto and his son for their contribution to Konoha. First generation closes its eyes and continues sensing. Found it. First generation suddenly opened his eyes and said excitedly, Naruto, you also have Ashura chakra in your body. Real. Naruto was overjoyed. Certainly. First generation smiled with determination. No one in the world is more familiar with Ashura chakra than me. Naruto nodded. Shodai, now that I have Ashura chakra, what should I do next? Roughly 3 steps. The first step is to sense the Ashura chakra. The second step is to transform the Ashura chakra. The third step is to use Ashura chakra to strengthen the physical body. In summary, first impression, take the Ashura chakra in your body. Study it, dissect it, understand it, master it. After you have completely mastered the Ashura chakra, you can then transform the other chakras in your body into Ashura chakra. Let only Ashura chakra remain in your body. Finally, use the surging vitality of Ashura chakra to strengthen cells, organs, and even the entire physical body. Ashura chakra is rich in powerful vitality and has an exaggerated ability to strengthen the physical body. First generation concluded, use Ashura chakra to strengthen the physical body, and the physical body will be strengthened quickly. Correspondingly, the stronger your body is, the more Ashura chakra you can refine. The greater the amount of Ashura chakra, the stronger the strengthening effect on the physical body. In the end, A virtuous cycle is formed, the body is super strong, and Ashura chakra is abundant. First generation smiled and said, "This is the training idea of sage body. Do you understand, Naruto?" Naruto nodded heavily. The essence of practicing sage body is actually practicing Ashura chakra. That's what I mean. First generation showed admiration. Next, I will help you bring out the Ashura chakra in your body. Feel it well. First generation held Naruto's shoulders and activated the Ashura chakra hidden in Naruto's body. After a while, Naruto clearly felt that a special energy appeared in his body, which was very weak but full of surging vitality. As soon as this energy appeared, the weeds and trees around Naruto grew crazily, as if on steroids. Is this the Ashura chakra? What a rich vitality! Naruto suppressed the shock in his heart and carefully felt this new chakra energy. Naruto, remember the location of this chakra, sense its characteristics, and understand its composition. First generation instructs. When you fully understand it, try to transform yourself into chakra. I understand, Shodai. I've already taught you what you need to teach. Now it's up to you. Come on, young man. First generation patted Naruto on the shoulder and left instantly. After finally being resurrected, first generation didn't intend to keep an eye on Naruto. He wanted to take a good stroll, find a place to gamble, drink a few drinks, soak in a hot spring, and bump into girls. Thanks to the ability to perfectly control chakra. Only an hour after the first generation left, Naruto completely mastered the composition of the Ashura chakra. Then, Naruto began to try to transform his own chakra into Ashura chakra. Naruto's control over chakra is so strong. Without much difficulty, he successfully transformed ordinary chakra into Ashura chakra. The whole process was very smooth. Without any obstacles, Li Wangzhao, it was like a matter of course. Transforming Ashura chakra is easy. With constant transformation, the transformation speed of Ashura chakra is getting faster and faster. It is getting smoother and smoother, and there are more and more crystals. Near dusk, Naruto has transformed all the ordinary chakra in his body into Ashura chakra. Ashura chakra indeed contains surging vitality. The cells in the body are like wolves that have been hungry for 3 months, devouring Ashura chakra crazily. With the continuous phagocytosis, the cells began to crazily strengthen the genetic material, and the genetic material was constantly optimized. The physical body becomes stronger and stronger. First generation said it. After everything is transformed into Ashura chakra, the body will have a period of rapid improvement. This process can take as little as 10 days or as long as half a month. After the rapid improvement period, the sage body has just begun to take shape. This also means that within half a month at most, my sage body will be initially successful. Half a month is totally worth the wait. Naruto opened his eyes with anticipation in his eyes. How are you, young man? Have you figured out the characteristics and composition of Ashura chakra? First generation appeared out of nowhere, with a drunken face, belching wine, and smelling of alcohol. Shodai. Naruto stood up, looked at the drunken first generation and smiled. I have completed the first and second steps. What did you say? First generation thought he heard wrongly and looked at Naruto in shock. Naruto repeated, impossible. Absolutely impossible. First generation looked like I believe you. It will take at least half a year to complete the first and second steps. How could you do it in 1 day? Why don't you take a look? Naruto smiled and held out his hand. Just take a look and take a look. First generation grabbed Naruto's hand and felt it. His expression immediately changed at this feeling. Impossible? How? Is this possible? How long has it been? How can the transformation be completed? First generation looked at Naruto like he was a monster. Kid, how on earth did you do that? Chapter 78, The Beginning of the Sage Body. The death of Orochimaru, first generation, couldn't help but be shocked. He practiced Ashura chakra back then. The first step of sensing Ashura chakra alone took a month. The second step of transformation took even half a year. As a result, Naruto was finished in just one day, which made first generation feel like a dog. Hashirama also has his moments of weakness. It's rare. The nine tails inside Naruto was a little gloating. I think back then, it was completely controlled by the first generation, and Hashirama scratched it like a cat. First generation also said, "Nine tails, you are too strong. I cannot let you wander around. I will seal you." Nine tails thinks Mimpi, "You are so much better than lousy. Why don't you seal yourself?" Listening to your tone, it was quite miserable to be dealt with by Hashirama back then, huh? Naruto asked knowingly. This guy is too strong. I can't beat him. I can't beat him at all. Nine Tails is truly convinced of first generation. His wood-style tank-tailed beast has a massive amount of chakra in his body, plus Sage Mode amplification. Nine Tails sighed. Even if Uchiha Madara and I join forces, we are no match for this pervert. I never understood before that Hashirama is obviously a human being. Why would he be so strong? After hearing what you said yesterday, old man, I suddenly realized that Hashirama is the reincarnation of Ashura. Over the next few days, Naruto continued to practice Sage Body, refining Ashura chakra every day, and then mobilizing Ashura chakra to strengthen the physical body, refining and strengthening at the same time. While the physical body is rapidly strengthening, the amount of Ashura chakra is also increasing, forming a virtuous cycle. First generation appeared on the first day and then disappeared. Occasionally, when he appears, he is drunk. He must have gone out to drink wine. He has absolutely no ethics as a ninja god. Time passed quietly, and half a month passed in the blink of an eye. Naruto finally passed the rapid promotion period, and his sage body was first formed. From the outside, Naruto's physical body looked no different, but on the inside it had been completely transformed. Every cell of Naruto contains huge vitality, and the cell activity is astonishingly strong. Naruto cut his arm with a kunai, and in just half a minute, the scratch completely healed itself. Although it is not as good as first generation's instant self-healing ability, it is much stronger than Naruto's previous self-healing ability. Try with style again. Naruto clapped his hands together. With style wooden golem jutsu. Rumble. In the blink of an eye, a huge trapped person rose from the ground. Naruto looked at the wooden golem. This wooden golem is not only much larger than the previous wooden golem, but also has much stronger vitality and toughness. Don't underestimate this gap. Same for wooden golem jutsu. Yamato's wooden golem can be blown to pieces with a single great fireball. Hashirama's wooden golem, however, was able to catch the tailed beast bomb with one hand and return the tailed beast bomb to Nine Tails. The gap between the two sides is like plastic and refined steel. 543 is simply incomparable. Although my wooden golem can't compare with the peak Hashirama, it is much stronger than before. Naruto said with a smile on his face. Keep up the good work and strive to achieve Sage Body as soon as possible. Comparable to first generation. Chua, an Umbu appeared quietly and knelt on one knee behind Naruto. I have met Naruto-sama. What's up? Naruto asked calmly. He is not well known in the village, but he is very famous among Umbu and even among the higher-ups in Konoha and the Chunin class. Everyone knows that Naruto is not only the #1 master in Konoha, but also the successor of Hokage. Therefore, both Umbu and the Chunin respect Naruto very much and treat him as a Hokage candidate. Sir Hokage, please come over, Umbu said respectfully. No. Naruto nodded and suddenly said, listening to your voice, you must be Tian, right? Tenzo is Yamato, the acting squad leader of Class 7 in the original work, who is good at the 3 rooms and 2 living rooms technique. Yes, Naruto-sama. Yamato was a little flattered. I heard that you know its style. Let's compare notes when we have time, Naruto said with a smile. He has a good impression of Yamato. He is very upright, capable, and can be cultivated as a confidant. Naruto-sama has time. I'm available anytime. Yamato replied quickly. Good. Naruto smiled and disappeared. The next second, we arrived at the Hokage office. Tsunade is correcting a document. Shizune is helping, and little Sakura is waiting with a document in her arms. Naruto. Seeing Naruto appear, Shizen smiled and greeted him, and little Sakura also looked happy and nodded at him. You came. Tsunade looked up at Naruto and said, we just received the news that Orochimaru is dead. So fast. Naruto was a little surprised. It's earlier than I expected. It seems that the last battle stimulated Sasuke quite a bit. The last time he fought with Sasuke, Naruto guessed that he probably dealt a big blow to Sasuke. With Sasuke's character, he would either train harder or kill Orochimaru and leave. Orochimaru, there is nothing left to teach Sasuke. Fight? What fight? Tsunade frowned slightly. Little Sakura and Shizen also looked at Naruto in surprise. I went to Orochimaru 2 days ago and asked him for the genetic material of the first generation and the second generation. Naruto didn't hide anything. I happened to meet Sasuke and had a fight with him. Well, that's it. Tsunade's mouth twitched, and he said angrily, why didn't you tell me about such a big thing earlier? Is it big? Naruto looked confused. Isn't it just that I met Orochimaru? Isn't this a big deal? Tsunade was actually speechless. Orochimaru is an extremely dangerous person to normal people, but to Naruto, it seems to be nothing. If something like this happens in the future, remember to report it. Tsunade snorted coldly. You are the hope of Konoha now. You have a heavy responsibility on your shoulders, so nothing can happen to you. I know. Naruto nodded. Tsunade's face looks pretty now. Naruto, Sasuke, is he okay? Little Sakura looked at Naruto anxiously, with tears in her eyes. Little Sakura has always loved Sasuke. After being sprayed by Naruto 2 years ago, she gave up looking for Sasuke, but she never forgot Sasuke in her heart. He is very good, Naruto said. I have completely adapted to Curse Seal 2, and my swordsmanship, physical skills, and illusions have all made great progress. Sharingan has also developed 3 Magatama, and coupled with the development of lightning-style ninjutsu, its strength is comparable to that of elite Chunin. That's good. As long as he has a good life. Little Sakura wiped away her tears. She wanted to ask something, but didn't dare to ask. She looked like she was hesitating to speak. What else do you want to ask? Naruto asked. Little Sakura gritted her teeth and whispered, Sasuke, does he have any intention of coming back? Absolutely not. Naruto said it bluntly. According to my estimation, he should go to Uchiha Itachi next. It's impossible to come back before killing Itachi. What about killing Itachi? Little Sakura looked at Naruto expectantly. After killing Itachi and taking revenge, will he come back? After he killed Itachi, he was fooled by Obito and knew the truth about Itachi, let alone come back. Not only will he not come back, but he will take revenge on Konoha. Who knows? Naruto shrugged. I see. Little Sakura let out a disappointed sound, looking lonely. Lord Hokage. Anumbu suddenly pushed open the door and entered. What's up? Tsunade shouted. I just received news that the Temple of Fire was destroyed and all the monks, including the presiding Master Dilu, were killed. Umbu reported quickly. What? Tsunade stood up suddenly and asked angrily. Who did it? Has the murderer been found? The Fire Temple is the largest temple in the Land of Fire and has always maintained friendly ties with Konoha. Master Dilu, the host of the Fire Temple, was once one of the 12 guardian shinobi of the Land of Fire, and he was highly respected. The killing of such people and the massacre of monks is definitely a major event that shocked the Fire Nation. According to reliable information, the murderer should be a member of the Akatsuki organization. Umbu quickly reported. It's the Akatsuki organization again. These hateful bastards are really haunting. Damn it. Tsunade slammed the table angrily and shouted, Tell a Summa class to come and see me. Because Umbu got the order and immediately prepared to leave. I'll go, Naruto suddenly said. I have been practicing recently, and I have made some small achievements. I just went out to practice my skills. You go. Tsunade frowned slightly, then relaxed. Please pay attention to your own safety. If nothing can be done, it is important to save your life. Don't worry, sister. Naruto smiled and disappeared. The next second, Naruto was outside the barbecue restaurant. Through perception, Naruto knew that Asuma's class was having dinner at a barbecue restaurant. Every time they come back from a mission, they have to have barbecue, which has almost become a routine. Eating. Naruto walked into the barbecue restaurant. Naruto, why are you here? Ino's beautiful eyes lit up. Come on, sit down quickly and eat some together. Chai, leave some for Naruto. Don't be in a hurry to eat. Naruto waved his hand, looked at Asuma, and said, I just got the news, CHFB, that the earthbound warrior of the Fire Temple is dead. Lord Hokage wants us to hunt down the real culprit immediately. What? Asuma felt unbelievable. You said Jalu is dead? When did it happen? Asuma and Chiriku were once one of the 12 guardian ninja warriors, and their relationship was like that of Shikamaru and Chai. Dilu's death was unacceptable to Asuma. The angry Asuma immediately took his disciples, together with Naruto, to chase the murderer. The murderer was finally intercepted on Jiochuan Street, and, as expected, it was Haiden and Kakuzu. However, Kakuzu was not at the scene. He may have taken Jilu's head to the money exchange to pay back the money. Haiden was the only one taking a leisurely walk. The four Asumas launched a sneak attack without saying a word. The Asuma class obviously cooperates very well. Asuma took the initiative and threw a shuriken in a feint to attract Haiden's attention. Ino activated the heart turn technique to immobilize Haiden, and Shikamaru took the opportunity to use the shadow imitation technique to imprison Haiden. Asuma took out the chakra blade, flew forward, and cut off Haiden's head with the Japanese sword. Poor Haiden was caught off guard, and by the time he reacted, his head was already on the ground. Hey, who are you? Haiden was very angry and cursed. Why did you chop off my head as soon as you came up? Do you know it hurts a lot? My head was cut off, but I can still speak. This guy is indeed immortal. What a monster. Haiden's head is hung up, but he still talks like a fool. Asuma and others are the information about everyone in the Akatsuki organization has spread throughout the countries and is known to all the ninja villages in the ninja world. Haiden and Kakuzu are no exception, and on the way here, Naruto introduced Haiden and Kakuzu's skills in detail and assigned tasks. Haiden is dealt with by Asuma's class, and Kakuzu is handed over to Naruto. Shikamaru formulated a strategy to deal with Haiden's immortality and curse ability by beheading him. All in all, the scene just now happened. The four masters and apprentices worked together and successfully captured Haiden through a tacit operation. Naruto, thanks for the information. Asuma looked at Naruto with a happy face. Otherwise, we might capsize in the gutter. Naruto accepted Asuma's thanks with peace of mind. If it weren't for his information, Asuma would have died today. In the original plot, Asuma died here because he didn't understand Haiden's abilities. Asuma-sensei, you're welcome. Naruto smiled lightly and said, however, this guy is immortal and will not die even if his body is separated. As long as he sews his head and body together, he will come back to life, so don't be careless. After that, Naruto lifted up Haiden's body, activated the Flying Thunder God technique, and disappeared. After a while, Naruto returned. Hey. Damn you, kid. Where did you take my body? Haiden cursed. Throw it into the sea, Naruto said with a smile. Damn you, brat. How dare you do this to me? Haiden's heart suddenly felt cold, and he really hated Naruto. Even if I'm shattered into pieces and only a human head is left on my neck, I will still get up and bite your throat. The sea is so big, who knows where to throw it? Furthermore, even if he was immortal, he still couldn't withstand the frenzied eating of the fish in the sea. It won't be long before his body will be eaten away, and his resurrection will become a luxury. Naruto, you're still thoughtful. Shikamaru couldn't help but give a thumbs up. Now, this guy will never come back to life again. Ino and Chai also looked at Naruto with admiration. The best way for such a person to stay alive is to separate his body and head forever. Naruto smiled lightly. As for this head, take it to the money exchange to exchange for money. It can be exchanged for 200 million taels. Every member of the Akatsuki organization is an S-class rebel ninja, and the bounty on them is ridiculously high. Haiden, 50 million. Kisame, 200 million. Angle, 300 million. Uchiha Itachi, 800 million. Deidara, 1.2 billion. Since the plans of the Akatsuki organization were reported to the ninja world by Konoha, the bounty for each member has increased several times. Haiden's bounty has also skyrocketed from 50 million to 200 million taels, a full fourfold increase. 200 million taels. Chai's eyes were filled with stars. Shikamaru, you have a brain and can help me calculate. 200 million Rio. Can I eat grilled forehead? With your physique, a barbecue meal costs about 1,000 taels, and 200 million taels is enough for you to eat 200,000 times. Shikamaru calculated without thinking. On average, eating once a day is enough to last you for 547 years. 547. Chai exclaimed, looking at Haiden's head as if looking at a golden barbecue. His mouth watered. Damn you guys, I remember your faces. Even if you become a ghost, I won't let you go. Haiden was so angry that he started talking unwillingly. Chai, put his head away quickly. Asuma ordered, this is all money. No, this is all barbecue. Don't throw it away. Okay, teacher. Chai is timid and usually very resistant to corpses. But at this moment, in his eyes, Haiden's head is no longer a head, but a barbecue that can last a lifetime. So without any inner conflict, he took out a package and quickly wrapped Haiden's head. Haiden is solved. Now only Kakuzu is left. Naruto smiled and said, his head is more valuable. The bounty has been increased to 1.2 billion. 12/Z. This time, even Asuma was not calm. With the current strength of their class, they're usually performing B-level tasks and a small number of A-level tasks. B-level mission reward. 80,000 taels to 200,000 taels. A-level mission reward. 150,000 taels to 1 million taels. The average reward for a mission is 200,000 taels. With a huge sum of 1.2 billion, they need to carry out 6,000 missions, but they only carry out a few missions a year? Asuma has been a ninja for 22 years. He has performed a total of 111 D-level missions, 193 C-level missions, 217 B-level missions, and 178 A-level missions. Level 20 times. That adds up to 719 tasks. 719 missions performed in 22 years. This means that even if Asuma works until he dies of old age, he still won't be able to complete 5,000 tasks. In a word, Asuma will never earn enough 1.2 billion taels in his lifetime unless he does A-level and S-level tasks. But in peacetime, how can there be so many S-level missions? So how can Asuma remain calm after seeing a huge amount of money that he will never earn in his lifetime? Chapter 79, The Death of Itachi. The disappearance of the first generation and the second generation. This idiot Haiden was actually killed. At the corner of the street, Kakuzu, wearing a black coat, stared at Naruto and the others, his face extremely serious. He had just come out of the money exchange, holding a bounty of 30 million taels from Dilu, and was preparing to join Haiden. Then I saw this scene. The people from Konoha are so fast. They arrived so quickly. Even Uzumaki Naruto is here. Asuma's 4 masters and apprentices were completely ignored by Kakuzu, but Uzumaki Naruto was different. The strength shown by this guy made Kakuzu very afraid. He had absolutely no confidence in defeating Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto fully understands my abilities. It is not wise to confront him head-on. Please retreat first. Kakuzu can live for so long because of the secret technique of earth resentment in you, and another reason is that he is cautious enough. So to be on the safe side, Kakuzu was ready to run away. Mr. Kakuzu, where are you going? A slightly teasing voice sounded from behind. Kakuzu froze and saw Uzumaki Naruto standing behind him, looking at him teasingly. You actually discovered it. Kakuzu's heart sank slightly. I'm a sentient ninja. Naruto smiled lightly. No wonder. Kakuzu waved his hand and pulled off the black coat on his body. Since you have discovered it, let's fight. I want to see if you, Uzumaki Naruto, are really as strong as the rumors say. Satisfy you. Naruto smiled slightly. Naruto, hearing the noise, the four Asumas rushed over. They did not take action and chose to watch the battle. Naruto had emphasized when he came that Haiden and the others would deal with it, while Kakazu would be left to Naruto. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Naruto take action since the Chunin exam. Asuma lit a cigarette and dropped it in his mouth, looking forward to it. I often hear you say that he is awesome, which makes me feel itchy. Today I can finally witness his battle with my own eyes. Teacher, you will definitely be surprised. Shikamaru raised the corners of his mouth and smiled. Naruto, this guy is much stronger than before. The last time we rescued the Kazekage, Naruto fought against the four Akatsuki alone. That scene, TSK. I'll wait and see. Naruto and Kakuzu looked at each other and started fighting. The two held kunai and rushed towards each other like lightning. Because the speed was too fast, Shikamaru, Chai, and Ino couldn't see their movements clearly. Only two afterimages, the clanging sound of kunai, and sparks flying could be seen. So fast, you can't see their movements at all. So amazing. The three of them let out bursts of exclamation. After a crazy collision, Naruto and Kakuzu stopped at the same time and stared at each other from afar. The warm-up is over. Let's show our true strength, Naruto said calmly. Good, Kakuzu shouted, and countless black threads sprouted from his body, condensing into 5 masked monsters. It's the earthly evil monster. Well, so disgusting. Ino's face turned pale. What on earth are the 5 masked monsters? It should be the earthly resentment you that Naruto calls. Shikamaru said in a deep voice. Naruto said that Kakuzu stole the secret technique of Takigakure village. Earthly resentment you. This allows Kakuzu to steal the hearts of others and store them in his own body for his own use. These 5 masked monsters are probably the result of other people's hearts and the resentment of the earth. This guy is so hateful. Here we go. The battle begins again. After separating the 5 masked monsters, Kakuzu took the lead in launching a ninjutsu attack without saying a word. Fire style head hard work. The fire style masked monster spewed out a large piece of flame, forming a rumbling sea of flames and drowning Naruto. Wind style suppression. The wind style masked monster sprayed out a high pressure wind ball, forming a terrifying vortex storm and crashing into Naruto. Fire borrows the wind. The combination of wind style and fire style caused the power of these two ninjutsu to increase dramatically, forming an overwhelming fire tornado, covering a large area around it, seeming to burn Naruto to ashes. Wind style and fire style want to kill me at this level? Kakuzu, you are so naive. Naruto sneered, clapped his hands together, and shouted, with style laughing Buddha jutsu. The ground rumbled and trembled, and a dozen large wooden hands broke out of the ground, growing to dozens of meters high in an instant. A wooden hand also appeared in front of Naruto, and with one tap, Kakuzu's fire style and wind style were scattered. Other large wooden hands, like the palms of Tathagata Buddha, whizzed towards Kakuzu and the 5 masked monsters. Wood style! Kakuzu's pupils shrank, and he controlled 5 masked monsters to dodge, tried to avoid the capture of the big hands. Hide? Can you hide away? Naruto smiled lightly. Wood style cutting technique. Countless wooden spikes, like javelins, appeared on the surface of more than a dozen large wooden hands, shooting out violently. Countless wooden spikes formed a dense rain of gunfire, shooting at Kakuzu from all directions, blocking the retreat. Kakuzu knew that he would definitely not be able to escape. The rain of spikes was too dense, and there was no way to avoid it. We can only resist. Earth style wall. Kakuzu clapped his hands together, and a high wall rose from the ground, trying to block the rain of spikes. Unexpectedly, as soon as the earthen wall was formed, a big wooden hand came crashing down and smashed the earthen wall into pieces. The big wooden hand formed by the Laughing Buddha Jutsu was used by first generation to deal with Nine Tails. The power is so strong that even Nine Tails can be grasped. Do you want to resist the earth wall formed by a mere earth flow wall? Idiot's dream. It's over. Kakuzu looked desperate, Puff puff, a rain of spikes shot out, instantly drowning Kakuzu and the five-masked monsters around him. In just a short moment, Kakuzu and the five masked monsters were stabbed into sieves and felt extremely cold. This is not over yet, Naruto thought. These spikes that penetrated Kakuzu and the masked monsters continued to grow, forming sharp forks that continued to destroy the internal organs of Kakuzu and the five masked monsters, which was very cruel. The five black-line masks fell down softly, making no sound anymore, and were completely cold. Kakuzu has a strong vitality and does not memorize immediately. He stared at Naruto. Your wood style is even more powerful than last time. Kakuzu knows wood style very well. He could clearly tell that the wood style used by Naruto today was more powerful than last time in the cave. Kakuzu can't understand why Naruto's wood style has become so much stronger in just a short time. Naruto smiled. You are very tough. You are not dead yet. You might as well try this trick again. Lightning style pseudo-darkness. Naruto spit out a bolt of lightning from his mouth, formed a spear, and penetrated Kakuzu's neck. Kakuzu's head and body separated instantly. He became completely silent and died on the spot. Naruto, Asuma, and Shikamaru rushed over, looking at the big wooden hands and spikes on the ground. They couldn't help but Kyoto. Naruto, Shikamaru, they said you develop with style? I still don't believe it. Asuma said in disbelief. I didn't expect that not only did you develop with style, but your wood style is so strong. Asuma-sensei, do you believe it now? Ino said proudly. Can you not believe it? Asuma sighed. Wood style is the strongest bloodline that Master First Hokage can use to calm down troubled times. Now that Naruto has reappeared, Naruto will definitely lead us towards the revival of Konoha. Hope so. Naruto smiled and said, Chai, go up and search him. This guy should have a lot of money on him. Kakuzu is the wallet of the Akatsuki organization, and all expenses are supported by earning money from part-time jobs. He should have money on him. I will handle it. When he heard that there was a lot of money, Chai suddenly became excited and even searched Kakuzu's body. Sure enough, a lot of money was found. After counting, my dear, it's 86 million taels. Haha, it's posted, Chai said excitedly. Teacher Asuma, when we get back to the village, let's go have barbecue. Okay. After successfully killing Haiden and Kakuzu and avenging his friend Shiraku, Asuma was in a good mood and agreed to Chai's request. Go to the money exchange first. That's the big deal. A group of people went to the money exchange and successfully exchanged the heads of Haiden and Kakuzu for a bounty of 1.4 billion taels. After final discussion, Naruto received 400 million taels and Asuma each received 250 million. Not only was the task easy, but everyone was very happy to receive such a huge sum of money. After returning to the village and recovering, the group headed towards the barbecue restaurant and happened to meet Jiraiya on the way. So we went to a barbecue restaurant together. Pervy Sage, where have you been stealing materials recently? Naruto chatted with Jiraiya while eating barbecue. With Jiraiya by his side, both Asuma and Shikamaru seemed uncomfortable. For Konoha Shinobi, Jiraiya has a high status, and everyone will inevitably feel awkward when staying with him. Let's take a walk around. Jiraiya took a sip of wine, ate another bite of barbecue, and breathed a sigh of relief. Naruto, I heard from Tsunade that you developed the wood-style blood succession limit. Is it true or not? Naruto nodded. You guys are such a monster. Jiraiya shook his head. Every time you come back, you are making rapid progress. The speed of progress is really embarrassing. Naruto's ninjutsu talent is truly amazing. Asuma smiled and said, if we continue to maintain this momentum, we may really be able to reach the heights of first generation in the future. Jiraiya was convinced and suddenly said, Asuma, how are you doing, old man? He was referring to the third generation. Not very good. Asuma shook his head and said, since Danzo's death, the old man's health has been deteriorating. I guess Asuma wanted to say that he might not be able to withstand this winter, but as a son, he really couldn't say this. I also heard from Tsunade about Danzo, Jiraiya said helplessly. I can't make an evaluation. I can only say that since you are old, you must eventually accept it. It is not wise to make room for young people as soon as possible. It is not a wise move for people to hold on when they are old. With Danzo's character, asking him to give up his power would be even harder than killing him. A group of people ate barbecue and chatted until late. When Naruto got home at night, it was almost 11 o'clock. In the following days, Naruto continued to practice Sage Body while drawing draws. Occasionally, I would accompany Jiraiya to collect materials and soak in hot springs. After Jiraiya stayed in the village for a while, he went out to travel again. The first generation and second generation didn't know what they were doing, and Naruto rarely saw them. Please give me flowers? But through the induction of the dirty soil contract, Naruto could sense that they were not in Konoha village. He must have gone out on some mission. Time passes day by day, and half a year passes in the blink of an eye. In the past 6 months, the Akatsuki organization has lost several admiral members one after another. Instead of calming down, it has become more active. 3 tails. 4 news came that tails, 5 tails, 6 tails, and 7 tails have been captured one after another. Counting the 2 tails and 1 tail, half, that were captured long ago, the Akatsuki organization has captured 7-tailed beasts. Only 8 tails and 9 tails remained uncaptured. Naruto was actually not surprised by the news that the tailed beasts had been captured one after another. Although he had already reported the information about the members of the Akatsuki organization to Tsunade and asked her to spread it throughout the major ninja villages. All major ninja villages understood Akatsuki's ability to organize people. But knowing is one thing, defeating is another. The remaining members of the Akatsuki organization are Nagato, Konin, Obito, Zetsu, Kisame, and Itachi. Except for Ju, these people are difficult to deal with. Especially Nagato. Pain's 6 paths can be used as 6 people. Coupled with the fact that Obito is elusive and always provides information, catching the tailed beast is really not difficult. A lot of things happened in Konoha during this period. The most influential among them was Kazuma, one of the original 12 Guardian Ninja Warriors, who took his son Sora and a group of subordinates to attack Konoha. There was a big fuss because Kazuma and his men activated Earth-style creation and soil of the dead. Many dead people were resurrected. These dead people are generally not strong, but there are many of them. Coupled with the death, it has a great impact on ordinary people and has a very bad impact, especially the pseudo 9 tails Jinchuriki Sora's explosion. The explosive momentum almost overturned Konoha. With Naruto here, such an attack would be child's play. Naruto was too lazy to take action himself, so he randomly dispatched a group of Shadow Clone, easily suppressed the attack, and gained a wave of fame. After this incident, the villagers and ninjas lived their lives as they should, and order was quickly restored. Naruto drew the lottery as usual and practiced Sage Body as usual. Sage Body has made amazing progress. Naruto's current physical body has reached a rather terrifying state, with vitality and cell activity far exceeding those before. The amount of Ashura chakra in the body is also very large. Although it is still not as good as peak Hashirama, it is several times better than when Sage Body first formed. Early that morning, Naruto was woken up by the alarm clock again. Lottery. Ding. Winning the lottery. The lottery was successful. Congratulations to host for winning the 1-tail Shikaka Chakra. Good guy. I finally got the tailed beast again. Naruto lost sleep instantly. It's been almost half a year since I last drew the 6 tails chakra, and I haven't drawn the tailed beast chakra again. Today, I finally got it again. It's not easy. Naruto didn't bother to change into his pajamas and went to the desert underground palace outside Sunagakure to complete the 1-star seal. 9 tails was very happy. Old man, 1 tail and 6 tails chakra are already in place. Now only 7 copies are left. As long as the remaining 7-tailed beast chakras are in place, you can resurrect 10 tails and enter the 6 paths level again. By then, even if Uchiha Madara really resurrects 10 tails, we don't have to be afraid of him anymore. Hopefully, Naruto activated Flying Thunder God and returned to Konoha. As soon as he washed up and prepared for dinner, Umbu came to the door. Naruto-sama, Tsunade-sama is looking for you. Did you say something? Naruto asked confused. Not sure. All right. Naruto didn't bother to have breakfast, so he had to go to Hokage's office. When he arrived, he found Tsunade with a serious look on his face. What's wrong, Tsunade? Naruto asked with a smile. I just got the news that Uchiha Sasuke killed Uchiha Itachi. Tsunade said in a deep voice. Naruto was stunned for a moment, then sighed. These brothers have finally reached this point. Naruto felt a little pity for Itachi. After all, the Itachi god died at the hands of Odo. Sad recycled. Naruto had thought about saving Uchiha Itachi, but after meeting him twice, he no longer had such intention. Although it was for his younger brother in Konoha that he massacred the entire clan. But since then, Itachi has been living in endless guilt and regret, and has been suffering internally. From that moment on, Itachi arranged the ending for himself, waiting for his brother to kill him. Itachi wants to die. Even if he takes medicine to survive and prolong his life, it is just so that he can die at the hands of his younger brother. How to save someone who wants to die? Tsunade had no time to hurt Haru Baikyu. She worriedly said, Uchiha Itachi opened Mangekyō Sharingan many years ago. It is so powerful that even Orochimaru is not his opponent. Sasuke killed him. How strong does Sasuke have to be? Don't worry. Naruto waved his hand. The current Sasuke has just awakened Mangekyō, and at best he has entered the Kage level, so he is not very strong. Are you confident you can defeat him? Tsunade asked. I can hammer him to death. Naruto said half-jokingly. Suddenly, Naruto's smile froze on his face. What's wrong? Tsunade's heart tightened. The summoning contract between me and the first generation and the second generation has been broken, Naruto said with a gloomy expression. What? Boo. Chapter 80 Pain Invasion. Shursui Susanna Impure World Reincarnation is also a summoning technique. It is the same as the regular summoning spell. You must first sign a summoning contract with the deceased before you can summon it. With the help of the summoning contract, the caster can sense and control the reincarnated person, and even erase the reincarnated person's personality. Ever since summoning released first generation and second generation, Naruto has been able to sense the existence of these two people. However, just now, Naruto lost contact with first generation and second generation. After careful sensing, he still couldn't make contact. There are two possibilities for this situation. First, the first generation and second generation are sealed. Second, someone unlocks Impure World Reincarnation. It is impossible to untie Impure World Reincarnation. Only he, the caster, can untie Impure World Reincarnation. There is only one possibility left. First generation, second generation is sealed. What happened? Tsunade asked as he stood up. Naruto briefly explained the reason and said, Tsunade's sister, I'll go out and look for it. Naruto left the Hokage office, grabbed two bandits as sacrifices, and launched Impure World Reincarnation. Sure enough, it failed. It seems they are indeed sealed. The reincarnated person is sealed and his soul is also sealed, so he cannot perform Impure World Reincarnation again. The last location where they disappeared should be within the Kingdom of Wind. Go over and have a look. Naruto activated the Flying Thunder God technique and followed the location where the first generation and second generation last disappeared. After arriving at the place, Naruto found that the missing place was located in a desert in the Kingdom of Wind. A war had obviously broken out here, leaving a lot of battle traces around. Trees made of wood style, yellow sand washed by water waves, ground blackened by flames. It can be seen that the fighting situation is extremely fierce. Kurama, can you sense whose chakra aura is left? Naruto asked. In addition to the chakra of the first generation and the second generation, there are also remnants of the chakra of Uchiha Itachi. Ninetales sensed it for a moment and then said, besides this, there is no other chakra that can be sensed. As I judged, it is indeed Itachi's Chuck 397 exclamation point. Naruto fell into deep thought. Itachi was dead. Since he is already dead, how can he fight the first generation and second generation here? Is Itachi also polluted? Naruto thought of a possibility. After Orochimaru's death, Kabuto and I are the only ones in the entire ninja world who have mastered reanimation jutsu. It's probably Kabuto's fault. Naruto reviewed the battle. Kabuto first brought out Itachi from the dirty soil, and then controlled Itachi, and a fierce battle broke out between first generation and second generation. Finally, the first generation and second generation were sealed with the Ten-Fist Sword. This stinky rat in the gutter came out to stir up trouble again. He really should have been killed in the first place. Oh shit. Naruto cursed secretly and separated a large number of shadow clone. Look around for any suspicious signs. Yes, the original body. What Naruto didn't know was that just as he left Konoha, Konoha was attacked. This time it's Pain Invasion. All the ninjas resisted desperately. Third Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen, held up his old body to resist Pain's attack. Tsunade, summoning Katsu, healing the dead and injured. Kakashi, Asuma, Ibiki, Hyuga Hayashi, Narashikaku, and other Konoha heroes. Everyone turns out in full force. Since everyone knew about Pain's 6 paths abilities in advance, they successively killed the other 4 paths except the Heavenly Path and the Hell Path. In a rage, Tiandao Pain used Super Shinra Tenjung at the expense of shortening his lifespan. The terrifying, repulsive field exploded. Houses, streets, shops, and even the Hokage building instantly turned into rubble, flying in all directions. Wait until the smoke clears. Konoha Village disappeared and was replaced by a giant pit that looked like a standard circle. As for the garbage and ninjas left behind by the building, they were all chopped down around the circular pit. Fortunately, because Katsu's clone enveloped everyone, most of them did not die and survived by luck. However, when everyone saw Konoha in ruins, they fell into endless sadness and anger. This is Konoha? How so? The village was destroyed? Konoha has always been everyone's home, the place where everyone grows and lives. But now, Konoha is gone. The family that gave birth to and raised everyone is gone. Some mentally fragile people burst into tears, and some knelt on the ground and cried loudly. His heart was strong. His eyes were dull, like a puppet. Accept the pain. Experience the pain. Tiandao, Pain hung high above the ruins, his voice majestic and loud. Back then, you Konoha ninjas rushed into my country and my village like you did today. Kill my parents and destroy my village. Let my country be reduced to ruins, with starvation everywhere, riddled with holes, and the people unable to survive. Today, let you taste my pain and experience the feeling of being trampled on. The survivors stared at the figure in the sky, their eyes filled with hatred, anger, and despair. This guy is so strong. Can't beat it. Can't beat it all. A hole. Shikamaru punched a stone and blood oozed out. Naruto, where are you? Naruto, come back quickly. Little Sakura burst into tears. Naruto. Hinata's delicate body trembled, her eyes full of hope. Naruto, please come back quickly. Naruto. At this moment, countless people were calling Naruto's name, praying for Naruto's return. As if hearing everyone's inner call, a figure suddenly appeared in the ruins. As if she had telepathy, Hinata immediately noticed the man's appearance and quickly opened her eyes and looked over. Seeing this, Hinata was so excited that she cried with joy. He's back. Naruto is back. He's back. Little Sakura's delicate body trembled and she stopped crying. Hinata, you said Naruto is back? Where's he? Right there. Hinata pointed to the center of the ruins. Little Sakura looked in the direction Hinata pointed, with an excited and ecstatic smile on her face. Back. Finally back. Woo-woo. One stone stirs up 1,000 waves. The survivors were all excited, with tears in their eyes, cheering and shouting, as if they had found their backbone. Naruto is finally back. Naruto, defeat him. Avenge Kakashi-sensei. Avenge the village. Naruto. Everyone was shouting Naruto's name crazily, pinning all their hopes on Naruto. As everyone knows, Naruto is confused at the moment. Where is this? Where is the village? Naruto quickly flew into the air. After seeing everything around him clearly, Naruto understood everything. Pain has invaded, and it has destroyed the village. I just left for a while, and pain invaded. Is it a coincidence? Or is it deliberate? Naruto's face turned completely gloomy. He felt like he had been trapped by someone else. The first generation and the second generation disappeared, and he left to investigate. As a result, pain invaded and destroyed Konoha. This is too much of a coincidence. Was it really designed by someone else? Naruto wanted to know the answer. You are finally back. A cold voice sounded. Naruto looked up and saw Tendo Pain falling from the sky, slowly landing on the ground, staring at him indifferently. Rinnegan's eyes exude mystery, majesty, and dominance. Bang, 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 white fog exploded. The summoning of Pain's 4 paths that had just been killed appeared and stood in front of Pain's path. Are you angry now? It's painful, right? Tiandao Pain had a majestic look on his face. I was in the same pain as you are now, and the culprit behind all this is you, Konoha ninjas. I'm just returning all the pain you have inflicted on me to you. Fight! Naruto looked at Tendo Pain and said calmly, after I kill you, I will have a good talk with Nagato. As for you, it's just 6 corpses. No matter how many more you beep, it means nothing. You really know my identity. Tiandao Pain said coldly. Then let's fight. Summoning technique. The beast slapped the ground. The curse mark lines spread, and 3 behemoths suddenly appeared. A giant hellhound, a giant rhinoceros, and a giant yata bird. Kill! The beast gave a low shout, and the 3 giant beasts immediately ran towards Naruto. The hell dog opened its mouth wide, and saliva dripped from its mouth, seeming to tear Naruto into pieces. The giant rhino rumbled and stamped on the ground, making the ground tremble slightly, as if it was going to kill Naruto. The giant yata bird flapped its wings and swooped down from the sky, as fast as flying into the sky. Facing the attack of the 3 behemoths, Naruto snorted and used Sage Mode. Sage Art would style the birth of the tree world. Rumble, the earth trembled, the ground shook, and trees like horned dragons broke out of the ground and grew crazily. That's Wood Style. Oh my god, Wood Style! Naruto can actually use Wood Style? Isn't Wood Style the blood inheritance limit of First Hokage-sama? Naruto also knows Wood Style. The survivors are excited. The whole of Konoha knows that Naruto knows Wood Style. Only Tsunade, Jiraiya, Kakashi, Hinata, and a few others. Most people don't know. At this moment, seeing Naruto using the Wood Style, the survivors were in an uproar, causing an uproar. The trees turned into pythons and entangled themselves towards the 3 behemoths. Against large enemies, such as summoning beasts and tailed beasts, Wood Style is surprisingly effective. The 3 giant beasts were soon heavily entangled by trees and wrapped into rice dumplings. They struggled desperately, but to no avail. Upon seeing this, Kid immediately flew forward, stretched out his hands, and tried to swallow the Wood Style chakra. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Naruto's figure flashed, and he was behind Kid. His right fist hit like a cannonball, and with a loud bang, Kid was instantly smashed to pieces and became motionless. After a lot of practice, one Sage body reached a very terrifying level. The vitality, cell activity, chakra amount, and even strength and speed are extremely exaggerated. Coupled with the dozens of times increase in Sage Mode, the power of Naruto's current punch is even more terrifying than Tsunade's full-strength punch. It's so normal to kill a hungry kid with one punch. This is not over, yet Naruto waved his hand and threw the crippled kid into the storage space to prevent it from being resurrected. Naruto's speed was so fast that even though the 6 Pains shared vision, they still couldn't see his movements clearly. By the time they reacted, everyone in Hungry Kid was gone. Amazing! Kill a Pain with one strike. When the survivors watching the battle saw this scene, they suddenly became excited and shouted. Pain's 6 paths were so strong that it was extremely difficult for them to kill any one of them. Naruto could kill one of them with one punch. Such powerful strength is inspiring. This is the first one. Naruto looked at Pain indifferently and said, "Next, I will kill you all in one go." Naruto clapped his hands and shouted loudly. Sage art with style cutting technique. Wooden spikes, several meters long, sprouted from the surface of the trees at Naruto's feet. Naruto ordered. Countless wooden spikes were like arrows leaving the string, forming a dense rain of arrows, which exploded towards Pain and the five men. Summoning technique. Zhua Shengdao slapped the ground and summoned a giant chameleon, blocking Pain's path. Puff, puff. Wooden spikes swarmed in, stabbing the giant chameleon into a sieve, letting out a painful wail. Take advantage of this gap. Shura Dao raised his arms. Two black muzzles appeared and fired shells like machine guns. Whoosh! Naruto disappeared in a flash, and when he reappeared, he was strangely behind Shura Dao. Another simple punch. Click! Shura Dao was directly exploded into a pile of scrap metal. Shura Dao died. This is not over yet. While Pain didn't react, Naruto grabbed the beast and teleported away with it. Crystal style. Naruto's hand spit out a bright red light, and the animal path was instantly crystallized and turned into crystal. Naruto threw it away like trash, and the beast fell to the ground, shattering into crystal slag. So awesome. In the blink of an eye, 3 Pains will be eliminated. It's so cruel. Naruto is so cruel. Is this his true strength? It's too scary. And Naruto returned to the present. But within half a minute, he defeated 3 Pain one after another. Everyone watched with excitement. As the saying goes, there is no harm without comparison. In order to deal with Pain, the other ninjas in Konoha went through all kinds of troubles. Not to mention anything else, it was to deal with the Hell Dog earlier. Several Umbu used lightning-style 4-pillar binding, earth-style clay pendant, lightning-style 16-pillar binding, and fire-style unsteam technique to form a powerful rice cooker steam dog technique. The result was that it was completely useless. This shows the strength of Pain's 6 paths. Naruto killed 3 as soon as he came back. This fighting power made all the spectators feel extremely ashamed. Only 3 left. Naruto's eyes fell on the remaining world, hell, and heaven. Buy some time for me. Tiandao Pain said indifferently. The Super Shinra Tensei move just now consumed so much chakra that it hasn't been recovered yet. The human realm and the hell realm nodded and flew towards Naruto from the left and right sides, trying to attack from a flank. Court death. Naruto sneered, and in a flash he arrived in front of Human World Road and punched Human World Road 37's head. Then there are the Hell Realms. Naruto stepped on the ground and a big hole was made in his chest, killing him on the spot. Vulnerable. Naruto spat and turned to look at the last Tiandao. You are the only one left, Tiandao. Uzumaki Naruto, you are indeed dirty. The expression on Tiandao Pain's face did not change at all. Your appearance has seriously hindered people's good expectations for peace. I will punish you in the name of God. As soon as he finished speaking, Tiandao Pain raised both hands and said in a majestic and cold voice, Universal pull. Naruto only felt a terrifying suction force acting on his body, and his body flew towards the sky uncontrollably. This is not over yet. Tiandao grabbed a rock with his right hand, which was more than 10 meters high, and threw it towards Naruto. Naruto, be careful. Be careful. Hinata and everyone else's hearts immediately tightened. Under the effect of the repulsive force, Naruto hit the boulder uncontrollably and was about to collide with it. Unexpectedly, at this moment, a green skull palm appeared on Naruto's body, pressing against the boulder. Then he grabbed it suddenly, and with a click, the boulder was directly grabbed and exploded, turning into gravel and flying everywhere. This is Tiandao Pain's pupils condensed. Hinata and others were also stunned. Pin, I really don't know what you think. You dare to come to Konoha to die. Green flames continued to rise from Naruto's body, condensing into bones to form a huge skeleton. Immediately afterwards, Meridians appeared on the surface of the skull, filled with flesh and blood, and the body surface was wrapped with green chakra. Finally, the Watengo armor appears, covering the skeleton, making it appear majestic and sacred. Shursui Susanoo, third form. But unlike Itachi's Susanoo, Shursui Susanoo's weapon is a spiral sword held in one hand. This is... Tiandao's pupils shrank sharply. Chapter 81 Nagato. There is no real peace in this world. Then what is that? New jutsu? I have never seen this kind of ninjutsu. Could it be a new ninjutsu developed by Naruto? Seeing Susanoo, everyone in Konoha watching the battle was in an uproar, and they all speculated about Susanoo's truth. However, the expressions of the third generation and other older generation ninjas changed drastically, with expressions of disbelief on their faces. Susanoo, third generation, looked like it had seen a ghost. Why does Naruto use Susanoo? Is he from the Uchiha clan? No, impossible. Naruto is the child of Minato and Kushina. He can't be from the Uchiha clan. The third generation is completely confused. If they are not from the Uchiha clan, why would they use Susanoo? Susanoo, Tendo Pain stared at Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto, I didn't expect you to be able to use Susanoo. Tiandao looked into Naruto's eyes, and sure enough, they were a pair of Mangekyō Sharingan. You and the Uzumaki clan have Rinnegan, so it's normal for me to be able to use Susanoo, right? Naruto stood on Susanoo's head, surrounded by green chakra. Keep fighting. Naruto controlled Susanoo, swung the auger bit in his hand, and stabbed Tendo Pain hard. Shinra Tenjung. Tiandao raised his right hand. A terrifying, repulsive force erupted, and the auger bit that Naruto hit was instantly bounced away. I've been waiting for you. The corners of Naruto's mouth raised slightly. Flying Thunder God technique. Naruto disappeared instantly. The next second, Tiandao Pain suddenly appeared behind him, and the auger bit in his hand stabbed out again. Puff! The auger bit suddenly penetrated Tiandao Pain's body and beat him to pieces. Shinra Tenjung is very powerful. Naruto looked down at Tiandao, but the cooling time of 5 seconds is enough to be fatal to me. In a battle between masters, 1 second is very long, let alone 5 seconds. For Naruto, who has the Flying Thunder God, 5 seconds is enough for him to kill Tendo several times. 5 seconds is too long. Uzumaki Naruto, you are indeed powerful. Even though his body was penetrated, Tiandao Pain's expression never changed. Shinra Tenjung. Boom. A repulsive force swept across, and Naruto was ejected together with the auger bit in his hand. At this time, a black sphere happened to fly from the horizon. Tiandao Planetary Devastation. Tiandao Pain clapped his hands. 27, he could no longer subdue Naruto by himself, so he could only use his trump card Planetary Devastation. An unparalleled and terrifying gravitational force swept out from the black sphere and poured out wantonly on the earth. Rumble, the ground trembled violently. Stones, soil, and buildings were uncontrollably attracted to the black sphere. Click! Rumble, the earth cracked open and rocks shattered. The ground collapsed and rocks floated up. This scene seemed like the end of the world was coming, and everyone in Konoha changed their expressions and showed fear. What kind of ninjutsu is this? Why are the stones flying into the sky? I can't control my body. Pull me up quickly. The gravitational force erupted by Planetary Devastation is truly terrifying. Even everyone in Konoha watching the battle from a distance felt the terrifying suction force. Fortunately, they helped each other and stayed away in time, and no one was sucked into the Planetary Devastation. Naruto is not so lucky. The gravity was strongest where he was, and that terrible traction was tearing his body apart crazily. Naruto was sucked and flew towards the sky, and like countless rocks and soil, he was pulled towards the black ball. I finally used this trick. Naruto shook his head and activated the Flying Thunder God technique, disappearing without a trace. Tiandao was completely dumbfounded. Planetary Devastation is the strongest attack he can currently unleash, capable of sealing any tailed beast. But Naruto disappeared. How to do this? Damn it, Tiandao was a little crazy. The Flying Thunder God technique is so disgusting. Why is there such a ninjutsu? Are you looking for me? Naruto's voice sounded from behind, and Tiandao suddenly turned his head and met a pair of blood-red eyes. Blood-colored pupils, triangular pinwheel shape. It's none other than Itachi's Mangekyō. Tsukuyami. Naruto glared with his left eye. Tiandao froze and stood there blankly. It seems your Rinnegan is not immune to illusions. Naruto smiled lightly and activated crystal style, directly turning Tiandao into a crystal sculpture. Naruto gave a gentle push, and the crystal sculpture fell to the ground with a click and shattered into pieces. God's way, death. Won. We won. Long live. Long live Naruto. Naruto. He did it. He really defeated pain and protected the village. Naruto, you are doing well. Naruto is already so strong. The gap between us and him is getting wider and wider. Seeing the death of Tiandao, everyone in Konoha was very happy and excited. This invasion was too sudden and too difficult. Throughout the 60-year history of Konoha, this attack can be regarded as the most tragic and dangerous one. Fortunately, they won after all, and it's all thanks to Naruto. For a time, everyone looked at Naruto with gratitude in their eyes. With the death of Tiandao, planetary devastation lost control, stopped attracting everything on the ground, and fell towards the ground. At this time, the planetary devastation, although not astonishing, was still quite large. If this hits the ground, it will be like a meteorite falling to the ground, and the destructive power it will unleash will definitely be beyond imagination. Naruto naturally did not allow such a thing to happen, and decisively used the strongest method. Sage art would style, true several thousand hands. Although Naruto also has Susanoo, his strongest attack method currently is wood style. Sage body plus sage mode plus wood style. The destructive power it can unleash is beyond Susanoo. Susanoo. Only by opening the eternal Mangekyō and training the eye power to ultimate can one reach the strongest state. Naruto wasn't even close yet. Rumble, as the chakra in Naruto's body poured into the earth crazily. A giant Buddha sculpture with thousands of giant arms and nearly 100 meters high rose up from the ground. It was majestic and comparable to a small mountain. Everyone was dumbfounded, staring blankly at the majestic and huge Buddha sculpture, and collectively lost their voice. Become a Buddha on top, Naruto shouted loudly, and the Senju Buddha suddenly stood up, raised his fist, and smashed at the planetary devastation crazily. The dense fists formed airtight raindrops, pouring on the meteorites formed by planetary devastation. Each fist can erupt with terrible destructive power. 1,000 fists added together can destroy the world. Boom! The meteorite was smashed into powder and turned into countless pieces of gravel and dust. So awesome. Is that human being? Is this really a power that humans can have? It feels like we're not in the same dimension at all. Incredible. Naruto has actually grown to this point. He should be no worse than the first generation now, right? It's really too strong. Everyone in Konoha was extremely shocked. The scene just now was like a dream to them. True, several thousand hands is indeed the strongest with style ninjutsu. Naruto took 2 deep breaths. The Ashura chakra was drained from my body in one fell swoop. This kind of cool ninjutsu will no longer be used in the future. My little arms and legs really can't bear it. Naruto took a short rest. Kagura's inner eye activated and soon sensed Nagato's location. It's time to meet Nagato. Naruto activated the super light heavy rock technique, and his body rose into the air, flying towards where Nagato was. Kurama, how about the true several thousand hands move I just made? How does it compare to first generation? There's still a big gap. Kurama said, the giant Buddha summoned by Hashirama is taller than the mountain peak, and one hand is bigger than mine. The true several thousand hands you just said are not much bigger than me, but they're still very powerful. At your growth rate, old man, You can catch up with Senju Hashirama in 1 year at most. While Naruto and Ninetales were chatting, they came to the paper tree where Nagato and Conan were hiding. This paper tree is composed of Conan's paper release, with a hollow interior, where Nagato and Conan are hiding. Naruto tore out a big hole and walked straight in. Conan tensed up and was about to control the paper to launch an attack, but was stopped by Nagato. "Conan, stop. You are no match for him." Nagato is very weak, skinny, and gaunt, and the Uzumaki clan's iconic red hair has lost its luster. "You came." Nagato stared at Naruto. "I am coming." Naruto also looked at Nagato. "You must hate me very much, right? Your enemy is right in front of you, so you must really want to take revenge." Nagato stared at Naruto, as if questioning, but also murmuring. "The chain of hatred has begun. You can kill me now. You are stronger than I thought." "Hatred?" Naruto suddenly laughed. "Actually not." Nagato and Conan were startled at the same time. "You don't hate me?" Nagato frowned at Naruto. "I don't hate it. I even have some sympathy." Naruto shook his head and said, "Nagato, actually I know everything about you, Conan, and Yahiko." Nagato and Conan were both a little stunned. "You are orphans who were born in the flames of war. You have been through war and experienced the pain of death of relatives and friends." Naruto sighed. "To be honest, I live in a peaceful age, so I don't really feel the same way. But I can understand your pain, and I also understand your good wishes for the pursuit of peace. After all, no one wants to live in a world with year-round wars and free gunfire." "Uzumaki Naruto, you really know me very well," Nagato whispered. "Since you understand me, you should sacrifice for peace and come out of Ninetales." "Nagato, I came today just to talk to you." "It's meaningless if you say that," Naruto snorted. "Do you really think that creating a tailed beast weapon with the power to destroy a country in an instant can bring about real peace? You are too naive." Nagato's face darkened. "What do you mean?" "I tell you, as long as humans exist, there can be no real peace in this world." Naruto shrugged. "Everyone is an independent individual with independent thoughts and desires. Human desire is the source of social progress and the instinct of all living things. Just like sheep want to eat grass and tigers want to eat sheep, all living creatures have this instinct. Where there are desires, there are bound to be disputes. Therefore, if you want to achieve true peace, you must eliminate human desires. But once desires are eliminated, are people still people? Everyone has no desires and needs. They lie in bed every day, eating and waiting to die. Who in the world is going to work? Who will grow food? Who will make clothes? Who will raise livestock? Are you making the tailed beast weapons? Once desire is eliminated, human society will stop moving forward, and humans will eventually perish. It can be seen that as long as there are people, there will be disputes unless you eliminate all mankind and let mankind disappear." Nagato was stunned. "Secondly, you think that by creating tailed beast weapons, you can intimidate all countries and achieve true peace." Naruto looked at Nagato. "Let me ask you, after the tailed beast weapon is manufactured, who will control it? You. Can you guarantee that after you own a tailed beast weapon, you can maintain your original intention and not abuse the tailed beast weapon? Even if you can guarantee it, what happens after you die? Who will be in charge of the tailed beast weapons after you die? Can you guarantee that your successor will maintain your original intention and not abuse tailed beast weapons like you?" Nagato was completely silent. He was bewitched by Obito and thought that as long as he collected tailed beasts and made tailed beast weapons, he could bring true peace. Now, I suddenly realize that I am a little naive. Tailed beast weapons cannot buy real peace, and even the tailed beast weapons themselves are the source of trouble. "You obviously can't guarantee that," Naruto shrugged. "The more powerful the tailed beast weapons you make, the faster humanity will be destroyed. Is there no real peace?" Nagato looked confused, and his values had collapsed. "No." 777 Naruto shook his head. "Even if you destroy all the ninja villages and kill all the ninjas, even if the chakra practice system is completely cut off and only ordinary people are left, there will be no real peace. As long as there is someone.
No more novels? Take part in the voting. The most requested novels and those with the most likes will be chosen for publication on euroaudiobooks.com. There, I can upload as much as I want without the risk of receiving a strike. Our 18 novels and other content that exceed what is morally acceptable are only published on Patreon or the free novels page. Remember, the site is funded by donations on Ko-fi and Patreon memberships.